This is Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. This is Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk.
Welcome to yet another edition of High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. As always, I am your host, Jesse Jones, along with the executive producer, who I don't know why she's still my executive producer. Yes, I do, because I married her. I can't fire my wife. She is the queen. Exactly right. She is my queen. She is the executive producer of Real Talk. Y'all give it up for the one and only Philonda. Say hi, baby.
Hi, family.
Hi, family. As always, I want to give a I'm just the hi, family every time. Hi, family. I think I'm going to do the rest of the announcements up top like this. No, just because I can.
I will make you delete this.
As always, I want to give a shout out to my boy Russell Worthy. He is a graphics design person here at High Praise Ministries. He designs all of our stuff. If you go on to our website at zazzle.com/DA_REV, you will find all of our wonderful jerseys and shirts, not jerseys, but shirts, and all of our apparel. The graphics and designs of that stuff, he did that. He also came up with the logo for High Praise Ministries, as well as the logo for Real Talk. As well, I want to give a shout out to my boy, my brother Mike Gibbs, aka Trek, aka Micah Toot, aka my boy is still in Columbus. He is the producer behind the jingle of Real Talk. He produced the beat. He laid all that down. So if you need to get some beats together to get your little career off the ground, he's the dude you need to get in contact with. Last but not least, I also want to give a shout out to my boy, brother Rashawn Truss. He is my dude, my friend, my brother indeed. He is all the way up in Springfield. He is the vocals behind the jingle. I will never not give shouts out to them. So if y'all don't like this 2-minute intro, too bad. I got to give shouts out, props to whom props is due. Now, we have a special edition of Real Talk going on today. Our first guest, I was trying to get somebody else to be our first guest. No offense, y'all, but I had somebody else. I'm being honest. I'm listening. This is Real Talk. I'm being honest. I had somebody else in mind. It wasn't for today that I was going to have be our first guest, but the way everything works out, they're going to be. Y'all was next in line. They are our first guest for. It's not shade. It is just the fact of the matter. Next week we're gonna have Mom Bishop Chamberlain. He was supposed to be the first official guest of Real Talk. You know, my mentor, my
Bishop Chambers.
Yeah, Chamberlain. Mississippi. Yeah, he was the first one. Mississippi. He was supposed to be the first one, but you know the way everything worked out, because I'm going to him next week. Oh, and so since we was here, so I was like, since we here, we ain't doing nothing. Why not just go ahead and episode?
Y'all say I travel a lot.
No, don't nobody travel as much as you, bro.
You should probably introduce our
anytime the airport knows you by name, I promise you travel with. They don't know me. They see me just, who's this black person? They see, hey, what up, bro? What's going on? Man, you know you ain't got to wait in line. Forget security. Come on through. That was a whole, bro, that's one-on-one. That happens all. You wind up going to the rental car place. Man, go ahead. Don't even worry about pants. Here, take this car. Don't worry about it. We know you come back. We know you good for it. Don't worry about it. This one's on us. It's your 33rd business. So go ahead. These next 4 are on us.
I do have a lot of rental car points.
What I'm talking about. And you go into hotels, you walk in the hotel, they're like, you know, we've upgraded you because we didn't realize who you were until we saw your face.
They gave us 2 free rooms.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and introduce these people. They're good friends of mine. I have known them forever. Well, I've known one forever, and I've welcomed in the other one as crazy as she is. She crazy as a pet coon. She over here. She here too. This is the wonderful couple. Don't be trying to clutch your imaginary pearls like I'm saying something that ain't true. I listen. I've heard the lineage. Okay, I know what I be talking about.
To the lineage.
Yeah. Boom pow pow. Speaking of, let me go ahead and introduce the wonderful, the dynamic, my friends, Pastor and First Lady Boom Pow Pow, Jay Jordan and Maya Jordan. Amen. Let's welcome them to Real Talk. Y'all say something. Well, Jay been saying something. So we ain't gonna hear him. Say something, First Lady Maya, First Lady Boom Pow Pow.
Hey, everyone.
Why are you rolling your eyes at the Real Talk people? Why they got to have that?
Y'all,
She rolled her eyes at y'all. I want y'all to know right now she
rolled
rolled her
my
eyes
at you.
I can't tell. I think you rolled your eyes at
You
Jen.
sneezing right there.
And she do. And why is she pointing like this is not a podcast that people can see her point?
No one. This is audio only.
Is it okay if I talk with my hands?
Alright, you do what you do. But this was a whole different thing.
Right
Y'all, she leaned in with a point. Like y'all can see her. The emphasis on this point was massive. It was camera worthy. As y'all can tell, we ain't gonna be doing nothing but just having just shooting the breeze, talking a little bit, doing crazy stuff. Because to hang out with me and Jay, it's a treat. Now we're gonna try and calm it down because we can't put all of our hangout out there for the public to hear. They ain't ready for this public consumption. As Maya is drinking her sparkling champagne in the wine glass and everything.
Water.
I see it in the wine glass. That's all I know.
That's tap water. Now that's Atlanta tap water.
It looked like sparkling champagne
But
in the glass.
One thing about tap water, you can use that to drink, baptisms, a whole bunch of stuff.
You baptized in tap water?
Yeah, I've always baptized in tap water.
You ain't saved enough to get some purified water?
Man.
Have your water purifier in the tank?
Man, this, you know.
Man, you
I got baptized in the creek.
Man, might as well go back. It's better than tap water.
I got baptized in Allen Creek. I don't think so.
No. I'll do you one better. I got rebaptized out in Nelsonville.
Ooh, that's right.
Ohio?
Yeah. There's a lake out that way. Yeah.
The lake you don't know about.
That
Lake is green. That lake look green.
It was bad. Yeah.
Did you
I had to take a shower right after.
Did you wear protective gear? Like
No. First of all, here's what's real jacked up about it. So, first, well, it was kind of Nelsonville, Amanda-ish area. But anyway, so first, I was helping to baptize.
How'd you end up getting baptized?
Well, because it was a whole church thing, and the pastor was like, we want everybody to be on one accord. Pastor Jesse, because I was her assistant pastor at the time, she's like, Pastor Jesse, you don't want to get baptized? I was like, I've been baptized 5 times. She said, well, it won't hurt one more time. Go ahead and get it one more. I was like, all right, fine. That was the last one I had. I said, nope, never again. I'm sorry. I can't do this no more. Y'all be doing an increase and stuff. I had a piece of moss on my shoulder. I immediately took a shower. I was like, no, I was not prepared for this. Jesus didn't do this. That's not.
I did it once. I never did. I couldn't do it multiple times.
I didn't want to.
I did it once.
Every time, aside from the first time I did it, it was because I was part of a church or I was helping the minister at the church, and they was like, we're going to do this as a corporate body, and since you leadership, we want our leaders to do it so we can be under one accord and church. Now I'm like, but I done did it already. Why? Why you want to dunk me again? Why I got to get water up my nose? And the worst part is some of that, there's 2 of them I almost fought. Because they was trying to hold my nose for me. I'm like, I am a grown man.
No, you can't hold a nose for me. Now,
Take your hand off my nose.
Yeah, anywhere in the face region, that's punchable.
Loose that nose and let it go.
Loose hair,
Did you see that lady slip in the pool when they were trying to baptize her?
Yes. There's a video. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Knee like that's going to help. Sue him. That thing was unsafe.
No, that's all one thing better is unsafe. So this lady, she kind of slipped too. And the caption was, y'all be baptizing folks anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was in this church. It was literally what looked like, I guess, some type of storefront church, right? They had a tub, like a person's tub, not like what looked like a person's tub, and it was near the wall, like right up against the wall. And over top was an air conditioning unit, and she slipped in and grabbed on the air conditioning unit, and it rocked. I'm like, oh God, oh God! It didn't fall, but it looked like it was gonna fall. But oh God, Oh God, oh Jesus,
Now,
that
that
thing is
was
gonna
a
fall.
Oh.
That's a lawsuit right there.
And she
No,
took,
that's electrocution right there.
and she kept on with the baptism like this ain't about to fall on her. And she looking, she went down and came up looking. I'm like, yeah, keep looking. You should have done that tub.
You should have moved cool.
Who thought it was a good idea?
I don't know. I'm like,
Somebody you know, man.
Austin,
Those are your friends.
okay.
I have really sane friends. All my friends are
Do
pretty-
you?
All
Do
my
you
friends
really?
are sane.
Do you?
You can't. Everybody
Do
I
you?
know is sane.
What?
why is you pointing at me?
Wow, I was like, are you?
Because y'all are friends.
First of all,
Same.
I am the sanest person he knows.
That might be true. At least top 5.
No, not top 5. I know 90% of your people. I am the sanest person you know.
You don't think so?
I would love to run down a list, but I've already given the rule we can't name names.
I know.
even though none of them are probably gonna ever listen. But I know the people.
But this
That
will be
one
the one.
time.
This will be the one.
This will be the one.
They be getting all kinds of phone calls and whatnot. Now I gotta do a Facebook Live and cuss them all out because they didn't call me for all. Never mind. Jesus, y'all help me, Jesus.
Like, I would listen to your video.
And that'll be the first part. What video you talking about? You know, your video podcast. It's not it's not a video. How'd you?
You know, everybody's gonna call it a video. I listen to the video, even if there's no video element at all to it.
At all. So let's go ahead.
Where did you get this water from? You just still drinking this water?
I mean, just sipping it like it is the greatest thing. I wish this was video so y'all could see the bougie sip that she is taking right
You
now.
put that in like a really good. That's the good glass.
Because it came from the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Are we doing French?
Did you speak in tongues or something? I'm trying to figure this out.
No.
It's in Minnesota. I guess that could be a tongue.
it's cold.
Minnesota. Minnesota, Minnetonka.
Ha! Hey,
Wow.
hey! Yeah, bye, you
The
KLC.
one of the key to speaking in
Bye,
tongues,
black sheep.
If you say ha and he, you can speak in tongues.
Yeah.
You got a good ha he, you can do that.
Ha! Hey. How about ha?
Shut about a ha about a yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one time pretty
A good yeah will take you real far. If you know how to give your reflection. Yeah. Or good glory. I'm good for good glory.
Glory good.
Glory.
And then when you get the glory,
Glory.
you gotta wave the hand. You gotta
Got
wave
you. And you got to do it in this motion right
Oh,
here.
that's
But
big
that's
hand
what
level.
y'all
That's
just
big
did it
hand.
at the same time.
Because we pros this. We've been in church all our lives. What you talking about? This is what we do. You get all.
And then if you really good, you real super sad, you do one of these. Oh!
Yeah, you got to go that
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Which
quick.
they have turned into a dance, and I'm mad that they try to act like the world is not being quickened.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that.
Yep.
That's how the old mothers in the church. For all y'all young cats, listen, y'all stole that from the church. Stop shouting and acting like y'all ain't shouting. That is an old mama in the church quickened. Yo, hey, shut up.
It's like you're trying to turn a wheel.
Yes.
Like a really big car, and you're trying to turn it. Cause that's what old mothers couldn't drive a lot of times. So that was like their driving experience of the week.
They was practicing.
I drove
with
mothers from
Jesus.
the church for 3 years, so I know without license.
Y'all hear how illegal my pastor friend is?
They was like, "Hey, you mind picking up the mothers from church?" And I was
I
like,
got
"Nah."
my license first. For the record, we never know who's listening. I got my license before I started driving.
No, I got my license. I did eventually get them, but I mean, like,
He said I eventually got it.
Yeah, but
I
like,
did
for
it
a
in
large
the
majority of my
proper
life,
order. I
I've been driving
took
since I
the
was
driving
10.
test, maneuverability.
I didn't take no test. I just walked in there and took the little driving
For
thing.
y'all who don't know who Jay Jordan is, and some of
I'll
y'all
never take no
may
written
not
test.
listen, this person, I'm trying to.
Disclaimer.
Whew.
Do not try to do
Oh, half the stuff I
the
did.
half the stuff Pastor Jay Jordan has done.
This
Do
dude,
not have that anointing.
this dude has more favor than I've ever seen in my entire life. I've watched him walk in. Y'all heard the opening. Watched him walk in the airports and just get moved to the front of the line. This dude got to WrestleMania last year. For those of y'all who know WrestleMania, know I'm a wrestling fan. Out last year before, whatever it was, in New York on happenstance. He was preaching in Columbus. Was asked to come preach in New York, and someone said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got some WrestleMania tickets. Here you go."
Oh, we're going to Mania this year. I found some tickets for
Shut up,
$40.
Jay. Shut up, Jay.
Shut up, Jay. Man. We can go for a good
Shut your mouth,
180
Jay.
for 4 tickets.
Shut your mouth, Jay. Shut your mouth.
180. I can get his in about 180.
Shut your mouth. You hear this?
And we want to get about 400. We get 400.
All
We
y'all
get 400.
Christians need to aspire to have the level of favor he has.
Oh, we gonna make this work. We going to WrestleMania this year.
This-
I decided we going. And I'm going to NXT. I done found a dude for $35. We can get session 102.
This dude is off the chart. I promise you he is. So here what we gonna do. We gonna go ahead.
Hustle out here, man. This is a hustle game. You got to hustle out here.
Here what we gonna do.
You make the
You
make
have
the-
a point.
You make the money. I make the deals.
So for that sounds like some pimp language. So
Yes, Daddy.
So here what we gonna do, y'all. Here what we gonna do. We gonna compose ourselves. We gonna take a quick break. We gonna come right back, and we
There's
gonna
commercial
get.
breaks?
Yeah, I get man. I
You got
got ads.
advertising?
Yes, you gotta do some ads and whatnot. Man,
have
got
to
got
have
bills to
fun.
pay, right?
Oh,
Yes,
You can have
and we're trying to get some more ads. That's why. Listen, I'm trying to get my
you
my
should've told me
listenership
about
up.
this. You didn't know about no advertisements. What
Y'all-
you been doing?
Look, we gonna come back and then we gonna go ahead and get into the topic that we've been trying to. This real talk with Pastor Jay and his wife Maya. Y'all in for a ride today. So y'all just go ahead and get ready for this. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of church as usual? Are you looking for something different? Do you need a real, relevant word that's impactful and will reach you right where you're at? Then High Praise Ministries is the ministry for you. Come fellowship with us every Saturday at 1 p.m. here at 3466 Holcomb Bridge Road in Norcross, Georgia. Here at High Praise Ministries, we believe in bringing forth a real, raw, relevant word to reach you wherever you're at, no matter what you're going through. No judgment, no fuss. We'll have you in and out in an hour and a half of power-packed word and worship. So come, fellowship with us. Come see what the difference is all about. High Praise Ministries Next Level Service. We're the real raw church of purpose, and we are. Call us for your service.
And we back. Y'all should. Oh my God, y'all should be able to hear the stuff that goes on when we go
We'll
over
have to have a
commercial
real talk
break.
after dark version.
Basically.
We might have to.
I think
Tune in
so.
at midnight.
Hey Kev, I appreciate you, Kev, on stage because I'm stealing a lot of your ideas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just blatantly stealing them. So appreciate you. And for those of y'all who don't know who Kev on stage is, go ahead to YouTube, follow Kev on stage on his YouTube channel, follow Kev on stage on his Instagram. I don't have Instagram, but on his Twitter, all of that because the dude is great. His stuff is good. Subscribe to his podcast and all of that because his stuff is great. We do it better.
After
It's
you
just-
subscribe to our podcast and then subscribe to his podcast.
Right. See how my queen be doing? She got me in line.
You're trying to get your listeners.
Listen, I need them. Listen. What I really want to do I ain't gonna say what I really want to do. Can't say that because folks, my audience that don't know me that well just yet. They're still trying to learn me.
I got some ideas.
Real talk after dark.
Oh, bro.
I got some ideas.
Oh well, this one. Wait till we get to the banter. I feel like when we get to the banter part, this is gonna.
Gotta put the disclaimer out there.
I ain't put no disclaimers. Look, you had your. The disclaimer is the name of the podcast is Real Talk. But so here what we gonna do first.
That is a disclaimer.
It is. So here what we gonna do first before we get into all of the banter, which I cannot wait to for the keep one and the best. Here what we gonna do. We are here with Pastor Jay Jordan and his wife, First Lady Maya, Minister, Evangelist, Prophetess, Pastor in Training Maya Jordan, aka Pastor and First Lady Boom Pow Pow. So here was my thought. Yeah, it's long. So here what I thought we'd do. They are, well, in comparison to myself and my wife, they're newlyweds. They newbies. Y'all think y'all crack a year yet? Didn't y'all crack a year?
It'll be 3 years.
Oh, 3 years? Yes, they just barely cracked a year. 3 years. They just getting there. They working their way up. So I think we talk a little bit about marriage, especially y'all's marriage, but marriage in general, talk about some things and whatnot. So here's the first question. How y'all meet? Yeah, I've heard some of the story before, so I feel it's great content for the first question. How y'all meet?
So you stopped me. on Facebook.
Okay, nobody
And then she
stopped.
showed up to my church.
That is not what
Never
happened.
left.
That is not what happened. I received a friend request from him
No.
on Facebook.
I remember seeing you a friend request. I remember you was a friend on Facebook already.
Well, maybe you were drunk, but
Wait a minute.
You said the man of God was drunk?
he could have been. I don't know.
How do you know I could have been? You don't know my life back then. In 2015,
Well, I wasn't the type of person to really send people for friend requests.
I was fasting in prayer. I was in the face of the Lord.
Oh.
No, I don't know about that, Jacob.
Let us keep in mind, this is real talk.
Boom.
Oh, she's in the face of God.
So I received a friend request from him, and we messaged a few times, and I saw some of the outreach that he was doing, and I thought that, you know, as
And
being,
fell in love with me.
I felt like being kind of around this, you know, more around the same age as me versus, you know.
But he ain't the same age as you, though. Y'all.
Girl,
Y'all
let him
like
get to that.
45 years
Get it.
apart?
They were 10 years apart. Yeah, it was 10 years apart.
Well, she said same age as her. This real talk. I listen. She said
I'm just saying,
When
get to
I was
the
in,
story.
when I was in elementary school, she had a job.
Wow.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, First Lady. Go
I
ahead.
told her to meet. She should have came by the hospital when I was born, and should have picked me up and said, "Hey, I'm way 18 years than both."
First of all, it's not that big of an age difference. I couldn't drive. I was still playing with toys. So
In
no, I couldn't.
1998, you had a job.
There are grown people
You was
who
not
can't drive.
born in 1998.
Yes, I was. In 1998, I was 8.
You weren't born though. I mean,
What?
what? I meant that wasn't.
When I was not alive.
Hold
when I
on,
was
let me
8.
correct
I was
myself.
an 8-year-old ghost.
That
What you
was
trying to say? Like,
no, that wasn't the year
I'm
you were
pretty sure
born.
I was born in 1990. In
Yes.
1998, I was 8 in elementary school.
But if-
in 1998, you were where?
But if you saying
No. We ain't gonna pass by that.
Where were you at in 98?
how we get here?
I was in the 4th grade. Where were you at? Because I was taking the proficiency test.
I was also taking a proficiency test.
But what
Yeah,
grade?
to go into college.
Well, how'd we get here?
Right.
Because you said you were looking for somebody in your same age bracket, and a decade is not the same age bracket. I'm
Well,
just
what
saying.
I meant was I'm
You
used to.
seen the 80s. I never seen that.
Ain't nothing wrong with the 80s, but go ahead.
I'm saying I never seen it.
Oh my god.
I missed the whole 80s.
Yeah. Don't that hurt a little bit, baby?
It
hurt.
did. It stung a little bit. I'm like, wow.
For y'all who don't know, Jay
you
is
were
like a
born
baby.
in
Jay is still growing
1990.
behind the,
Yeah, born January 3rd.
I was graduating in the 8th grade.
Yeah, you was almost getting ready to have a baby by the time. But when
Shut
you
up.
were born.
She's born in 96.
That ain't that far away.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. I'm talking
Let-
more about him and his youth than the fact
I
that
am
you
asserting
experienced.
myself as executive producer. Please continue with your wonderful love story.
Right. I was just saying closer to my age because I've always going to church with a congregation that was a lot older than me. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
Middle aged when I'm like in my 20s.
Half dead. Got you.
So when I saw that he was very into outreach and things like that, honestly, it was initially that I just wanted to connect with him, just to.
Tell me I'm not telling the truth.
So yes, when I saw you, yes, because you know what, you my husband.
Because
Yes,
you was stalking me.
I wasn't stalking you.
That's
I'm
what
not
it
even
was.
the stalking type.
So how do you know how I look? Because I didn't have my profile picture up.
When
I
I'm
bet
talking
you had a
about,
flyer up.
I'm talking about when I walked into church.
So you checked me out preaching. That doesn't sound like me.
Was I checking?
I told y'all this was gonna be off the chain. Go
I'm
ahead.
saying that. I'm just saying that I do.
Because you came to me. I didn't come to you.
Because you had a church that was doing outreach.
She came for the anointing. She stayed for the man of God.
She came for anointing.
That is
all
the
right.
interpretation.
Well, actually, so if we want to talk about how things.
Here we go, y'all. I wish was on video. She gave the whole black girl hand and everything. She about to lay it down. Go ahead, have me sit up.
Because after I went to a few services, I was walking out and you said, "What you about to do?" And
I did say that because it's called being courteous.
but usually,
Probably, if anybody know me, I loved at that time. I was going to Steak and Shake every day. So we went to Steak and Shake. That was like a
He
normal
does
thing.
love steak.
That was
Right.
a normal thing.
That is his life.
right, and then eventually, Somebody said to somebody, I would like to take you out on a date.
This ain't a mobster type video. You can say he said to you. I said no name, but I mean y'all's names.
So, at the initial of what you doing after this service, did you just say it to her, or was it a group of people?
I don't remember. Was there a group of people?
The first time we went to Steak and Shake, it did end up being a group of people.
Okay.
But but when we went to the movies, it was just me and you.
Ooh, in the dark. Ooh, that is not a goal. Y'all is not supposed to be places by
So
yourselves
you
in dark
saying,
places.
Pastor J.
Yeah,
Jordan,
really
that you had no chaperone as you courted this young lady?
Not this time.
And we also went to KDB, which is was in Easton, but it's now closed.
That's the devil.
What KDB?
Y'all is not supposed to be playing with stuff in public places like that. That's the devil. That's the devil stuff. Y'all supposed to be in your word in a Bible study somewhere. I'm just playing. I don't care.
Playing basketball. You know what is the devil? Them hoops in the basketball game because they smaller than regular.
They are.
That's because you don't know how to put balls in holes.
So what kind of radio show is this again?
I didn't say nothing. They couldn't hear me. But go ahead. Go on with
No,
go
they
ahead.
probably
we heard
did.
it.
It's a high
The audio picked up.
We are venturing into. This is your first sneak peek into High Praise After Dark.
Right.
This
For
is real. This is real talk for real.
For $9.99, you can hear.
There you go for $9.99.
That's because
Y'all sell me
Real
cheap.
talk
My
after dark.
way to do real talk after dark is pay per view
You
type
gotta-
level.
you gotta-
I don't know.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah, I don't know. I need. I listen.
This is
Listen.
crack.
I need.
There's money in that.
I need Tyson Fury,
Oh, I hope no one heard
Deontay Wilder type money. That pay per view is $80. My content is way better than $8. Y'all give me $9 to $5. I promise you, I'll give you some experience y'all ain't never gonna forget. Anyhow, in Jesus' name, hallelujah. Hey, thank you, God. I feel
Glory. I
Executive-
felt that. What was that?
That was
so.
That's that new sage. That's that new sage.
That's that new thing.
That's that new sage.
She's trying to say, let her. She got herself a young man, robbed the cradle, so she's trying to stay young and everything.
was not a
But you
robbery
know
of the
what? But you know
cradle.
what?
well.
But
To
here's
be
the thing about it.
fair,
Here's the thing
to
about
be
it.
fair,
I got the
I had to
Holy
show
Ghost.
him my ID the first time that we
Yes.
did go to Steak and Shake
Yeah, 'cause
because
I
he didn't
her
believe
age. I
me.
didn't believe her age. Yeah, I thought she was playing with me. Yeah, I didn't believe her.
Aww.
But she said, but
No, he
But
ain't
you
saying
look so
no.
much younger.
He's not saying that he didn't believe that she was as much older as she said she would. It wasn't like he thought that
Did
she
you
was
ask
16.
her age right out the gate?
Did I don't remember? I always remember you.
I would
That's
have. How
impolite.
old are you? Impolite. I ain't trying to get caught up in no R. Kelly case because you want me to be polite. I need an ID.
You didn't ask
Show
for
me
ID.
ID.
Oh,
I
was
did.
it-
I sure did
was it
get
the
your
child?
ID. No, I got your ID. When we first met, we exchanged ID. Well, I had to make sure you was who you said you was, and I was
Yeah,
who
be
I said.
careful
We
out here.
exchanged ID. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
Before I walked in the door. We said hi. Oh, you look just like your picture. You look like just a picture. ID, please. We exchanged ID. Okay, you legal. And then we went on. Yeah. Please. Play with that. Mess around and get a call the next day. You know she was 16, right? No, Negro.
I realized I told you my real name right out of the gate.
Yes.
Oh, you
Oh,
one of them.
I was.
I've been trying to tell folk forever.
I
Y'all
was.
heard it here. She won't.
You done gave somebody your number and had them call a Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody does
yeah. They used to be like the rejection line.
The rejection line was
Remember
wonderful.
the rejection
Oh my
line?
God, it was
I have given
hilarious.
someone the
saved your
rejection
life.
line. Yes.
Oh, it was the best.
Because
I'm
he
so
had,
mad.
he
I
had
had it on
me
my
hemmed
phone.
up and wouldn't let me out the club without you gonna give me your number. And I'm like, God, you are like 6 foot too many. Sure.
Listen.
Here is my number.
I used to have it in my phone just to play it every so often. It was hilarious. Oh my God! And they changed it like weekly. How they oh my God! So y'all too young to know much about that rejection line. They need to bring that back.
So, but here's the thing about it. So yeah, so I did ask you for your ID. I double check. I'm a pastor. I didn't know what you.
I need you to enunciate. This is a podcast. They can't read your list, bro.
No, I had to make sure because I was a pastor. I didn't know she was playing around or she could be. It's dangerous out
It's
here.
out here.
It's really hard to be pastors. No,
Could have messed around and been 2 years old and something like that. And he now he got a case.
Who is 2 years old? On
I don't know. I'm
Facebook?
just saying. It's an exaggeration.
Right.
Exaggeration. I'm just saying.
You
though.
got
You
me
know,
on Good Morning America with Gil Kim.
No, I got to go on there and defend you. So what do you think about Pastor Jay? Do you think we should let this go? If you don't get out of my face with these questions.
You would say that because you were his friend.
You doggone hippie, I would say it. Now say something else.
His eyes are slanted. He look like he's guilty. Like, yeah.
Right, that
Then
was-
I gotta be standing up there crying. To you trying to kill me? Got me looking crazy. R. Kelly can't afford a popsicle right now. My brother's life is done. Bill
I'm gonna go my life for this.
Bill Cosby tweeting from jail. I'm like, what is going on in the world?
That is crazy.
2020 is crazy. We done lost Kobe. Bill's tweeting from jail. Snoop Dogg went off with his hair wrapped up. He had a
Yes.
hair wrap. Did anybody?
But he apologized.
Yes.
His mama made him
with a hair
apologize.
wrap. He apologized for the same hair wrap. I'm like,
He
You
did.
know he's got his hair tied
His
up.
edges got to be.
his edges is on fleek.
He
Yeah.
rich.
I met Snoop last year. Yeah, we had a great time. We went to the club. We had a really good time. Me and Maya met him, and we was in the elevator, and I was like, "Oh snap, that's Snoop!" But no one in the elevator recognized him, and so Snoop was like right by me, and I'm looking like, "Oh man!"
How high did you get standing next to him?
No,
That's
he
all
didn't
I
smoke
wanna
weed
know.
at all. We had a great conversation about God and stuff. And
You
about
ain't
life.
met Snoop and smoke weed.
It was Snoop.
No.
It was
So what happened was, so everybody gets off the elevator, so we still there, and he was like, "Hey, I appreciate y'all for not telling nobody my identity." I said, "Oh yeah, man, no doubt, Snoop." So he's like, "Oh, you got
Why
shoot
are you
man."
whispering? They need to hear
But that's how he
you.
was
But that's how
talking.
Snoop talk.
I know, but I need you to talk like
he
him
was-
loud so they can hear
So he
you.
was like, "Oh, you got a Superman shirt on. I love Superman." So I was like, "Oh snap, that's Snoop." So Maya was like, "I'm tired. I want to go upstairs." So I went to Snoop and said, "Where you about to go?" He's about to go to the club. So we ran to the casino, went to the club, and I was there for 9 hours. I didn't know I was there for 9 hours. But
You
it
can
was
easily
day.
lose track.
It was day when I walked out. It was bright. It was a whole new day. When I went there, it was night. When I walked out, it was a whole new day.
I
It
try
was-
to tell y'all the type of stuff that my boy
And
Jay
the
Jordan
prime
lived.
rib he had was amazing. Oh, we had prime rib the whole night. I had never had that much prime rib before. We had prime rib and wings.
He has lived a life half of y'all would love to live, including me. This dude, this is why he my dude. I'm only really around him for stories. I promise you.
But I didn't understand how mine went to sleep. This is Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
This is Snoop Doggy Dog. And I became
Because
nephew.
Maya's old, she had to go.
I was
she
like,
had to
oh,
go.
Jay didn't even tell. We just laid down, and then Jay was just like, "I'll be right back." He didn't tell me.
Yeah, because
like,
it's Snoop Dogg. What you think I'm about to do?
Did you just ditch her for?
Look,
You
Snoop.
supposed to say, "Honey, this is a once in a lifetime. I'm about to
It
go
was
down
for him.
here."
Snoop invited him, not her.
No, he didn't. There was no invite yet because Snoop went one way.
They
and
did
then we went,
telepathically.
I guess
No,
so.
we did the nod. He said, I said, I know the nod. You don't know the game. That was the invite with the nod and the Superman. And then I was like, oh, I get 1 + 1 = 2. I'm smart. I went to Eastmore. I went to college prep. I have a college prep diploma.
Me too.
Whoa. A college prep what?
Diploma.
Because that's not what you said the first time. You sound like the videos we listened to earlier. A college prep diploma. What is a diploma?
It's when you go to a ghetto school.
Gotcha.
I have a college prep diploma too.
No, he did. Northland ain't college prep. Northland has never been college prep.
Northland has a teaching academy.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
Wait,
do.
Why are we talking about college prep diplomas when people got actual degrees and stuff? What is this? What is this going
Well,
on?
that just means that, for those who didn't go to college, you can say that,
She went to college.
She didn't go to college?
Yes, I did.
Where? What
He
college
said
you
no,
went
she
to?
did.
What college you went to?
Franklin.
That ain't no college. Franklin is a...
Did you pay tuition?
Franklin's one building.
Well, my job did.
See, you didn't,
There you go.
You didn't go.
Somebody paid.
Jesus paid it all.
Franklin is a turtle. That's from Nick Jr.
Yo, you can't say that. I may get a sponsorship from Franklin. I may have to do some ads for them. I ain't. But I may. You can't be talking
No,
about
no.
folks like that.
As the executive producer, we welcome all sponsorships.
I don't welcome Franklin.
Except for
I
maybe
promise
the
you.
NRA.
I don't welcome for no. I welcome NRA. They got money.
Y'all ain't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
gun?
I'm not.
No.
I will
Oh,
blow
no.
your head off.
Oh, yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Oh, y'all can shoot.
I ain't got no guns because I prefer swords.
I
and
know.
I
My
don't even have
vision is
guns.
sketchy.
I'm a sharp object person.
Yeah, I can
I like
shoot.
because the sharp object is a little bit more cleaner. And there's not no noise. It's not.
I don't need.
to.
I don't care about the clean or the noise. I just want to look you in the eye as breath escapes your body. Yeah. I need that.
That is a very good fulfilling moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I've ever done anything like that.
I'm saying I've come close, but I've already preached about some folk already know.
Remember, there are statutes of limitations that don't run out on certain things before we.
Yes.
We don't want this to be that real.
I've already preached about it.
I'm knocking the door.
Me holding up the sword to Aaron's neck is on Facebook.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have preached about me getting ready to take the cinder block to the back of Rob Bettis' head. I've talked about that. Oh, you didn't hear? I preached about. How you not hear that? So. My friend Bianca, that is my best female friend. I've known her years. She was dating the dude Rob Bettis, right? They dated for a while.
His last name?
Did he?
Fine, but what are you gonna do to me? I almost killed him. What's he gonna do to me?
Is he do taxes?
No.
Okay.
This is Italian dude in Alaquippa. So,
wow, yeah, that's You like the Alaquippa legend. I've met somebody from that era, and they was like, I know him.
Who know me from Quip?
Some white lady. She was like, I know Jesse.
She lying.
Jesse danced. The guy that danced. He's the pastor now.
I didn't dance in Quip, so I did.
You did dance in
Quip.
Quip.
But not where people would know me. I was a part of a
You
group.
might be a legend. You might be a legend.
How many male dancers do you really? Okay, look. How many straight?
People in Quip did not think I
Male.
was straight, so we could toss out straight. Although I was and am, people in Quip did not think I was straight.
They have an abbreviated name for the city.
Yeah, Quip. Alaquippa, yeah. So if you can't say Alaquippa, you say Quip.
It took me a couple of years.
I like Quip better.
Liquippa. So yeah, he cheated on her, and like she took him back, and he cheated again. She took him back, and every time he cheated, I was there trying to help her through it. So this next time she took him back, after I screamed at her not to take him back, I walked up to him in band class. I walked up to him, and his boy Ernest was sitting next to him. And I'm a scrawny kid, but I was lethal. People didn't know how lethal I was because I never really had to do a whole lot of my own dirty work.
Yeah.
So I walked up to him. I said, "Listen, so if you hurt her this time, I'm gonna kill you." And they laughed. I said, "You can laugh, but I hope you have a burial plot and your insurance is paid up because I'm going to kill you." And so he pushed me because he was laughing like, "Yeah, get out of here." I said, "Nigga, if you touch me again, I will kill you now. You won't make it. Play with me and see if I'm joking." And I looked over at his boy Ernie, who was kind of a friend of mine, and I said, "Ernie, you know the type of craze that runs through my family because Melvin, my middle brother, had already choked the life out of him before." Mm-hmm. I said, "You know the type of craze that runs in my family. Mm-hmm. My brother has nothing on me." Ernie pulled Rob back, said, "Let him go." 2 months later, this nigga cheated again. So I said, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm saying nigga a whole lot. Oh well. He cheated
lose
again.
2 sensors.
It's just getting real.
So he cheated again, and so I said to him, "I told you, now I have to kill you." "No, you ain't okay, whatever, you can't do it." I said, "Okay, I ain't gonna do it right here. No, too many people still pull me up off you. Because when I do it, it's gonna be permanent." And me and Bianca talked about it, told Big, "I'm gonna kill him." "No, it's okay, he ain't worth it, blah, blah." "No, I'm gonna kill the nigga. He got to die. I made a
People
promise."
always say that he ain't worth it. I can't stand that.
He worth it to me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna get caught because I already had a plan. So I stalked him for 2 weeks. I knew his entire school schedule because I was gonna do it on school grounds because it's a nice little place I could throw his body where nobody would really find it. So ninth period, we're going into ninth period. He left a class that I forget the class, but he left this class and he would come outside, go up these back steps to go to the band room because our band room's on this top floor, and you can access it from the outside. There's an actual outside door because it was right across from the football field. And I timed it perfectly. I had given myself 2 trial runs. This is how serious I was to make sure what I do, I'm gonna do it. Nobody was ever around. The reason he took that back way because like to smoke before he went to band class. So I put a cinder block bottom of the steps, right in plain sight, but nobody would mess with it because it's just there.
Yeah.
He goes up the steps. I wait till he's 4 steps ahead of me, sneak around, grab the cinder block, wait till he gets to the first platform before you get all the way up top. And I railed back, and at the top of the steps, Bianca, for no reason, came out and said, "I knew something was going on because you weren't already in class." screamed my name. He turned around, saw me, and ran up the steps. And I couldn't get to him. I was going to crush his skull. Yes, I was. Every so often, I tell him, you know you only live because Bianca allowed it. You should be dead right now.
Here's what we know.
I had planned on. It was going to be a brutal and beautiful death. I had clothes in my book bag to change into because the blood was going to splatter. I was ready for it. Oh, you understand. So what I say, if y'all can see the look on my wife's face, like she hasn't heard the story 84 times, and I ain't preached this in messages before.
Yeah, a little less obvious, Dan.
I preached it in messages before. Like 3 weeks ago, I talked about it.
I know.
It's it's who I am. So yeah. I mean, I can deal with a gun, but if I had a gun, I know people would be dead and I'd already be in jail. I don't have that kind of temperament. God's still working on my anger management.
He ain't finished with you.
At all. I don't even know if he's starting off my anger. He's got so many other things to deal with, work on. But ain't we supposed to be talking about marriage?
Once again, as the executive producer, we're now going to take a sharp left turn back to where we started from.
Right.
And the beautiful love story after the homicide
I'm gonna mess up the
story.
beautiful love story. I'm gonna mess up the beautiful love story altogether.
So we were at the movies.
So yeah, we was at
No,
the movie.
we know how they met. I'm gonna go past how they met. Now we heard how they met. They met in church.
Speaking of, we was close, and so I came with my mind. I wanted to get married on the low because I don't like people like that, and I really don't want people in my business. And so I decided I'm gonna just elope. I said I think I earned the right to do it. I know enough preachers I can do it. And I had a list. Of people. Now, I didn't know who I was going to call. So I said, I was wing it. It makes it more suspenseful.
His own boy, he couldn't call. Whatever.
Well, but you know what? Well, because the reason why I got Corey, because I was close to his church. It ended up becoming who's the closest. So I told her on Tuesday that I was going to marry her that Friday. So she thought it was a joke. And so she was I was like, now I'm dead serious. Here's rain, bum. See you Friday. So
Wait, that was the proposal? Wait, seriously, that was the proposal?
Yeah, like we drove up the Polaris and I was like, I'm going to marry you. Here's the rain. See you Friday. And so I came Friday.
I don't know why you shocked. This is the Jay I know. This is literally the Jay I know.
I came on Friday, had all my stuff in my car. I was unloading it. And I was like, all right, let's go and downtown get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get this thing on the road. So we drove downtown. Got everything we needed, paid my little $60 or whatever it was to get the marriage license, and then I was like, got in the car, I said, I'm downtown, and we called Corey. So I said, because I knew he's going to be at church.
Downtown, like I can't drive downtown. Anyway, go ahead.
So I knew he's going to be at church, he did this little free food Friday. So I said, hey, Corey, man, I'm coming over. So I allowed this come over there and hang with Maya. So I said, hey, man, before I dip, man, just marry me real quick. And then so Corey was like, what? Yeah, man, marry me real quick. And so he was just like, oh my God. So he puts on a jacket. Like he runs upstairs and puts on a jacket.
Got to dress for the occasion.
And so like they're feeding the homeless and we're getting married and no one knows. No one is picking up on this at all. So I was like,
so wait, this is happening in the same room?
Yeah, we was in the same room.
Can I please have some more mashed potatoes? Do you take this woman?
So then like this one lady's like serving, she finally notices at the very end. And she's like, oh my God. Did y'all just get married? Oh. So like he runs over the table and like forgets these people are in need. And it's like, you can suffer. But there they got married. And so then like she was like, my pastor just got married. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm your pastor? I was more perplexed about the notion that I was your pastor. I was like, I ain't seen you in months. I didn't know you was still in my church. And so she like hugs us for this really awkwardly long time.
Yes, and she starts crying.
And she cries and does the whole thing. And I don't understand the kid. I was like, oh, okay. And so so Pastor Corey started crying. I'm like, I'm not crying. So I got to pick this cake up because I told him I'll be there at 3. So I go and pick a cake up. We get a reception, got me some wings, some Fishers, and had all the little friends come over. It was like, hey, we got married. Congratulations. Give us gifts and money. Let's get this thing going. Boom. I spent about $45 on my wedding.
This Negro calls me. No, didn't call me. Just texted me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long after. It wasn't too long. Couldn't have been too long after. I know it wasn't the same day because I think you called me on or text me like a Wednesday or something like that. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm married." What? This is how he said. I've known this Negro for a long. Yeah, by the way, I'm married. What? So I called him. I said, "What'd you say?" Yeah, man, I just got married. Yeah, man, we keep it on low. Don't tell nobody because we ain't ready to tell nobody yet. You know, trying to keep folk out of our business right now because everybody knows and never got something to say. We're going to keep it low for right now. But yeah, I just got married. Yeah, To who? Because I don't even think at that point in time I hadn't even met her.
There was a serious game going that we heard that Jay Jordan possibly got married. And then it was, who is Jay Jordan married to?
There's one person in particular
Yeah.
who most people thought. And I had to keep saying, nah, it ain't that person. I can't say her name.
Because I thought it was
you
her.
know who I'm talking about.
So this what happened. So we had just got married, and I wanted to see my best friend, being my boy and stuff, but he lives out of state. So we went out of state, and we didn't get a chance to link up because he has lupus. And so it was one of those things where he was like kind of sick. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, when we got on the road, he was cool, but by the time we got close, he got sick. He was in the hospital. He said, man, I don't want to stay like that. Boom. So he was already up there. So I was preaching at somebody's church nearby where he was at. So we're in Michigan. And so we go and preach this place. And I'm talking to the guy. You know how you go to church today, just want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, man, you know, it's coming. Just got married, but boom. So he announces it. And I was like, oh, snap. Like, I really ain't, like, half the people I know really don't know. And so I was like, oh, God. But I'm thinking I'm out of town, knowing the next day my phone blows up.
Bro.
I'm like, how did y'all find this out?
The rumor mill had begun.
And so people were calling me who I've never met a day in my life. And I was like, if I ever see you, I'm going to break your neck for calling me because you never asked permission for my number. And I don't know who gave you my number. So it's like, people would call me. I got told I was an adulteress. I got told I was a liar. Well, if you're married, then why didn't you make it a big deal? You're supposed to make it a public display. And I said, I don't have to do nothing. I said, did you pay for the wedding license? Did you pay for the cake? Did you pay for the... And you didn't pay for nothing. So, like, it was like this whole thing. And so I'm getting all this... Like, one person was like, man, I heard you married a celebrity. I heard you married in some money.
I heard that rumor.
Yeah. I was like...
That's the consistent one I heard. The consistent one I heard. Can I say her name?
Yeah, okay.
But I heard... No, I can't say her name.
No, we will not say her name.
I heard...
I know.
Yeah. Like, I can't
and
say...
she had gotten married. And, like, by the time... No,
you talking about the other one.
Oh.
Yeah, we talking about two different ones.
There's two of them that same name.
Yeah. I'm talking
and
about
I was like,
the
wait,
shorter version.
Okay.
Yeah, because what happened was the other one, we was cool, and everybody thought we were together.
Uh-huh.
And then she kind of got married around that time, too.
Mm-hmm.
And hers was kind of on the low as well.
Right.
And so everybody thought it was that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because we had the picture on Facebook a year earlier, so everybody was trying to piece all this stuff together. So they thinking it's that, and it was like, nah, it's not that. And so I'm hearing all types of stuff. Then I heard I was married. Somebody said the rumor was I got married into money. Then somebody said I wasn't married at all. And then somebody said that I had moved in with an older lady and all this other stuff. So then on Maya's side, people were coming to her and her mom. Like people were coming up to her mom was like,
they came to your mom.
Yeah, they was like, do you want to know the real
before
story about?
She knew?
No, she knew.
She knew.
But just the fact that they were
as the word got around town, it was just like people was like, things getting out of control. So people coming to her mom was like, do you want to know the real Jay Jordan? I said, who are these? I don't know you. I don't know you at all. I've never talked to you in that form of fashion. You may have got a high five, but that's all you will ever get. Like I wouldn't fight traffic for you right now. And so we were going through all this. And then we was having people come to the house. We got followed. I was getting followed for a good 3 months.
What?
By several women. To try to figure out who it was or if what was going on. I got followed and people, and it got to the point where I knew who they were. And there was 2 pastors that followed me for a good 3 months.
Yes, and someone cut my garden hose.
Cut the garden hose and sprayed our house with water.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they were trying to do stuff to bring us outside.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically, you were kind of a celebrity.
And so like
You-
Crosby was trying to get to
First
you.
Lady Beyonce.
I mean, like, it was so weird. Like, it was like well-known preachers would call me up on Facebook, trying to get the down. I'm like, why is everybody so fascinated about people's relationships? Like,
Do you know who you are? I'm sorry. Have you met yourself? Do you know who you are?
I didn't think it was gonna be this big of a deal. I didn't think it was gonna be. So I go on Facebook and clarify. It's like 1,500 people go like hit that video. I'm like, how did this become the most popular? Out of
You are
all
Baby
the
T.D.
videos,
Jakes.
the one where I'm talking about who I'm married to was like at one time we had 384 people watching live. I said, y'all that nosy, and these are people who I didn't even know I even paid attention to me.
You like what? How?
Yeah,
You
like-
friends on Facebook? I didn't know. Remind me to.
And I'm looking at some of these names. I'm like, yo,
But when
what's
I'm given this word
Right.
from the Lord.
Can y'all show $1 right now? Like, man, we'd be okay right now. Y'all gonna
You
get
are
some
Baby T.D. Jakes,
So
and everybody, mama wants a piece of you. I have seen it firsthand.
I'm like, yeah.
Folks don't understand. I say this all the time. The anointing is sexy. And so a lot of these folks just want to be around the anointing. A lot of these folks just want to touch the anointing. They want to be in your presence. They want, and you have a tendency to find yourself around big name people. So they want to get next to you to get to them. And so some of these women was upset and jealous, and some of these women was just like, I got to find out who snagged him and messed up my chance. I can't believe this. And some pastors, I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Some pastors thought the same thing. And I ain't talking about some male pastors. Like, oh man, I thought I was going to be able to bust it wide open. But apparently that can't happen. Like all of this was going on. I promise you, all this was going
my
on.
room, a lot of dreams were being destroyed. I didn't know how many dreams got destroyed.
You was a dream crusher,
yeah,
bro.
I was like, man.
So did you get the? I was interested in you. What happened?
Yeah, like one lady, she started crying to me and talking about the Lord showed her to me in a dream, and how could you just sway left from what the Lord was trying to do?
The Lord didn't show you that.
And all the other stuff, and because God showed. And then one lady's like, I know you like light skinned women, and she's not light enough for you.
What?
Like, yeah, I was getting all these.
Did you get hit
weird.
with the colorism, Maya?
Yeah,
Nobody said that to my face.
Because Maya looked like she was stabbed somebody.
This person mine knows too. And like I was like, okay, that's really nice.
Her whole face changed.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you know this person, yeah. This
Who?
person, yeah,
That look her eyes. Who?
Yeah,
She
you-
knew you with her face.
See
Who?
me after the show.
And then, yeah, some
She was
people
like, and take notes.
and then
Discuss.
some people was like that she compliments me. One lady, you know this person. She gave me this whole thing that God showed her in a dream that Maya was the one, and she was like, I didn't catch me off guard because I had a dream of her had wings, angels, and she was shielding you from the fiery darts and arrows of the enemy. And I was like,
I can't stand super churchy people.
Okay. All right, so she has X-Man powers. Okay, all right. Like, that's
You
weird.
should have no problem with the traffic down here.
Right. Just take my wings.
So when we moved, I was so thankful. I was because it was getting crazy. And then because when my goal was we was transitioning to a bigger building, and we was going to do all that whole thing that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And so because I didn't want to transition into a bigger building and then lose half the membership, because when people find out you're married, they will disappear.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, let's transition first smoothly, then let's put the whole marriage thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because I already knew who was going to drop off. So I said, let me at least get one good service. We look kind of full. Let me at least get one good in. I'll tell them the second Sunday. Now, like, the assistant pastor knew and, like, key people knew. But the general congregation didn't know on purpose. And I'm like, they're not going to be able to handle it. And then all of a sudden, I know how church is. My time is up. My season's up. The Lord, I can't serve under this. And I can't serve under her. And I know how things. So let me transition to this bigger building. So that was a part of kind of keeping it on the low. It just got so blown out of proportion to the point I had to say something. And because I was getting everything. Somebody thought I was married to celebrities. I thought I married to money. Somebody thought, and then somebody thought like that like I guess like, are you ashamed of her? Like people was really being like this belligerent with it. Like, are you ashamed to show your wife?
Oh
Why
no,
is
because
this?
I also heard that it wasn't a she at all.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I did hear
no.
that. Yeah, I heard that too.
No.
Yeah, it
They
was-
actually came to Ashley with that. Ashley was like, she was like, no, because I
know.
She was
but
like,
you
I
know-
think
but
she's
you know-
straight.
but you
She's
know-
like, I think he's straight.
But
like,
you know, used to be.
Jesus, I had no idea they went to your daughter.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it was big.
Oh,
It was big.
it was big.
That's why I was like, that's why like you don't know half of what I had to go through for those 3 months. You don't know half of the battle.
Because like people
Oh,
know
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
cool, and so they would
Church people in
come.
Columbus can't hold water.
Yeah.
You commit a crime, it's a wrap.
And like, especially being
Why
somebody,
have no
especially
Right.
especially being me, it's like I'm ingrained in too many circles.
Yeah.
So everybody who's close to me in these circles was getting blown up, and it was like, and then people were putting out lies on me who I know by name. There's a couple guys we talked about today. Like they was putting stuff out there, and so you had all these different. And then that just turned into one thing, another thing, another thing, another. So next thing you know, I married a 3-headed person that had one arm. It's like, what? How's that even humanly possible? And then you didn't go to a big church. And so that even added more mysteriousness to it. So like, they're like, what church you go to? Who are they?
Are they even saved?
Because then somebody thought I had married somebody from Cornerstone in Toledo. Because that's the biggest cornerstone known in Ohio. So they thought I married somebody from Michael. So Michael Pitts called me, who's like a well-known pastor, was like, did you marry somebody in my church? And I was like, nah, man. Like, how did you get my number? Like, who is giving my number out like this? But yeah, I was getting calls from like a lot of different like well-known preachers who had the name Cornerstone.
So here's my next question. First lady,
Woo!
3 years in, what's it like being married to Jay Jordan?
That's fun.
A lot of Coca-Cola. No, literally. Anytime I go to, like, if I go to a store, like, let me pick up some milk, some toilet paper, I grab a 2-liter of Coke.
Or a pack.
Yeah, it's so funny. So yeah, there's that. A lot of Coke.
Coca-Cola.
I think that I try my best to just keep our lives normal, because I mean, when it comes to church and things like that, like, first of all, if we just talk about salvation, when you give your life to God, it's your lifestyle. You know what I mean? And there's a normal side to it. So I just try to be as normal as possible, because at the end of the day, we are all people. We're just ordinary people. I don't know which
John,
one
what
it
you doing?
is.
John Legend?
Right.
John Legend always look like he's sleepy. Like he about to fall asleep.
Because he is.
But and a lot of people, one thing before I even met him, and I just prayed and asked to be, I was the type of person who wanted to be married, because you have some who don't want to, but I wanted to, and I didn't want to meet or be with anybody just because of a status. Sometimes people do, go after not just preachers, but like business execs, things like that, and money. It's just like, I believe in the more core definition of marriage, where it is two people in their lives. I want to be compatible. I want to feel safe. I want to be able to stand to be in the same room with you. You know what I mean? And that's, no matter who I married and what they did in ministry or for a living or whatever, that's what I want to come home to. I want to come home to who you are, not what you do on the mic.
Interesting. So, here's
Sorry.
You just made my wife blush. She was like, oh. And then she cost up a lot.
Sorry.
Now, don't get me wrong. I support him in what he does. And I know it's a huge part of his life. And, I love the Lord as well.
You do?
But, the pettiness never stops. So, but it's just so many people I find in church are more into church and not necessarily God. So that's what I mean by just, us coming home and just being just us. Not necessarily that I care about the ministry. I don't want, especially since you don't know who's listening, and since he is, such a celebrity, I don't want anybody to mistake. And then I'm going to
about to get the J Hive after you.
right. So I want to clear that up. What I meant by that.
Yes, it's my channel. He's getting weaker.
No, you're getting stronger.
Well, people crazy. No, but and then that was a fun experience. That's fun. And plus, being married to me is just probably.
How do you know what being married to you is like? You ain't never been married to me.
Because I'm me. Half the time I'm around.
But you don't know what being married to you is like.
I've been with myself for 30 years. I have an idea. I'm pretty relaxed. You should ask how it feel like being married to Maya.
I'm not going to ask that question. I'm not.
Maya.
Nope. I'm not going to let you answer. Nope. I'm not going to let you
I
answer
had
that
to
question.
learn a whole different speed that I didn't know existed.
I'm not even going to let you answer that question. No, look on my face now. I might as well go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I had to learn.
Go ahead and dig this hole deep for yourself.
So
Go
what
ahead.
has these 3 years been like for you?
It's been kind of cool. It's been better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, hold up. Push pause. We got to
wait.
rewind. What did you think it was going
What
to
you
be?
thought marriage was like?
I don't know. I was like, because I was never one who ever thought about marriage.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe. Yeah, I'll entertain the idea. But then it was like...
So wait.
I was enjoying being single for a little bit.
Okay.
And then it was like, I'm kind of open to it. And then it was kind of like, let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah. He gave you the yeah.
Because I'm more of a person where I can be by
did it
myself.
again.
I can be by myself and I can be cool. So it was like, okay, this marriage thing ain't too bad. I wouldn't know how it's gonna be just being with somebody else because I ain't never had to share the bed with nobody. I ain't never had to do none of that stuff. So I was like, this is different.
So you got married because you wondered what it would be like?
No,
Him and the science experiment.
Like,
everything was a curiosity.
I've never done this before. It's like skydiving. Let's give this a try.
There was a curiosity to it. Cause like that first night, I was like, oh, there's somebody else in bed. Like that threw me off. There was noises I was hearing. I wasn't used to that. When I went home, it was me. And then there's lights and vacuums and hair dryer. But I was like, what's going on? This is weird.
Oh yeah.
So you did. Y'all were like the complete traditional sense. Like, okay, now we're married. Now this is our first night together.
Yeah, it's different because I sleep well, so I had to learn how to not sleep well and stuff. I was like, oh, there's another.
He's
still learning.
He's still learning, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I stretched and I hit something. I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, there's a person in here. Oh,
So you're saying you sleep abuse your wife? Y'all heard it here first on Real Talk. Expose. Pastor J. Jordan sleep abuses his wife.
I don't know. Maya sleeps abuse me more than I do her. She'll hit me real quick and then tell me, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to be okay. I'm like, no, you didn't bust my nose. Like, I'm in need of medical attention.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, it was like 3 months ago. You know, you hit me. He's like, and I was like, ow. And then he's like, oh, you'll be okay.
When did that happen?
You were sleeping. You just hit me and just kept moving. Like, you just did just like a fluid motion. And
I kept moving in my sleep.
Yeah, it started.
Did I move to the kitchen? Like
the worst thing I've ever done is when I super kicked you, but that was because you.
Whoa!
You startled me. I was startled.
You cannot just leave that out there in the air without giving some clarity to that.
right, he was just going to skate past it like that, like that meme.
He ain't gonna have no members of church tomorrow if he don't let it clarify that one.
Yeah, clarify that.
So what happened was I was asleep, and I'm the type of person I'm a heavy sleeper, but you can't pull me or come around my neck because my mind is going to go straight attack mode. So my thought I was playing or something. So she pulled my leg, and my body was like, someone's here to kill me. So I went boom, and she went flying. I was like, oh, my bad. You can't pull the leg. You have to say hello or something.
I did not think you were playing. You were asleep, and I was trying to wake you up, and I didn't recall pulling. I just went like that.
That's too much. Listen, speaking to somebody who is just like that, I swing hard.
Tap and move, tap and move.
Yup, you better tap, move, throw something.
So
do
it's
something.
like,
listen.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Because I wake up and fist goes.
Listen, what I do now, if I ever come home and he's asleep, I sit right there until he wakes up.
You got your wife scared to come in the bed and she come home and you sleep.
Sometimes I might call or text him, see if the sound wake him up or something. Like I'm in the living room.
I was like, oh, there's somebody in here. And plus, we had just moved here, so like my senses was heightened. So I was like, you don't pull legs. No, you say hi from a distance. Throw something at me. Like,
I wasn't going to throw nothing at you. I thought that would have been disrespectful.
So, like, you get a hand on a pole and then, like, tap. Right.
yeah, I just know I heard boom. And then she was listening to the ear, and I was
So
like,
when was this boom?
Yeah, you was in the air, you was like this, and I said, whoa, snap, Maya.
Yeah,
you
I did fly from the bed to the wall, literally.
Yeah, I was like,
I can see that. I
I was like,
I took a bump.
Did you sell it well? Did you sell it well?
Yeah, she showed the well. I was like, oh, you all right? You shake it off. Walk it off. That's what my grandparents did to me. Every time I got hurt, walk it off. Like my arms all broken stuff. Walk it off. You good.
Go lay down.
Right.
No, they would tell me to walk it off. They would make sure they were like, you don't want to go to sleep because you may not wake up. They were like, walk it off.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Because
concussion and protection.
Yeah.
Well, I've had like 42 concussions.
Oh,
42. Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
possible.
think it's about 42.
He gonna have CTE. I pray he don't, but he gonna have CTE.
Yeah, I think it's
I
about
hope it
42.
don't, really affect him. He wind up killing folk, but he can't. He
I
perfect can't.
I got the scar here. I ran into a stop sign right there. That was a concussion. I got dumped in my head a couple times.
How did you run into a stop
Who was
sign?
racing
Racing what?
on our feet. And I was winning, and I turned around, and I was like, ha, 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 ha. And then I was like, boom. Blood was everywhere.
And on that note, we're gonna take another quick break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do a little bit more with Pastor Jay and Pastor Maya, and then we're gonna wind up going into some real talk banter a little later as well. Stay tuned. Yeah, it's a little longer, but we having fun, so I'm just gonna let this roll how it rolls. All right, we'll be right back after these messages. The Real Talk Podcast is brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or your computer. Its creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere, from Spotify to Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, and many, many more. You can easily make your money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. All you have to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
And blowing them back.
And we back. I hit record on the wrong note, but I'm going to keep it in.
Literally.
Right. And we back. And so we're going to talk a little bit more with the Jordans, and we're going to have some fun, real talk banter. So my executive producer decided to act like she was an executive producer and asked a phenomenal question off the air, like we ain't got a podcast for content to have to do. So I made her stop, and we're going to ask it now. So go ahead, now ask the question. Now that we on the air, on the record with the content, ask a wonderful question.
all right. Rewind. In hindsight, with all of the controversy and mystery and backlash, would you have changed anything? Or would you still done it the same way?
Nah, I probably wouldn't. Because, I mean, I didn't know I was that big of a deal. I was like, dang, man, this is intense. I thought it was going to be just people in the church and in my own church. I thought that was the battle. But I know there's going to be outside forces. I said, this is intense. Because they sure don't be liking on my pages like that. If I had all that activity to find out who you were, I'd have a mega church by now.
Bro, I promise you I understand. I'll tell you how I understand in a minute.
I would have had a mega church by now. I was like, well, dang it. I didn't know that many people even was intrigued about my life.
The only thing I would have changed is I would have just had maybe just a couple real close people there.
Who's real close?
My mom, my sister, and Angel. Oh, was I not supposed to say names?
I mean, it's your family. You can say your
You
family.
can say last
okay,
names, so I
okay,
guess it's
okay.
fine.
I mean, they her family.
Okay, I could take them. I could take that group. I thought you was talking about the other miscreants.
Miscreants.
They would have been their super kid party.
She would have been giving out sweet chin
Yes,
music
come
on the
here.
wedding.
You and your children.
Sean!
I would have went straight out and cold on them. And I will kick with my good knee. I got a good knee.
Where's good knee?
My good knee strong. This knee right here, the ACL knee, can't do it no more. But the good knee, it's not the good chair, still works.
Yeah.
But now I would, yeah. See, I don't like nobody. One person I need to know was Kenny. Kenny knew. That's because he knows almost half everything. He knows my stuff. He knows my life better than I do. That's why when he was calling me, I had to double check with him. I said, "Hey, is this true?" Because he keeps track of my stuff better than I do.
Writing a book.
Yeah, he probably is. He's lost right now somewhere in America. He don't know where he's at. Yeah, my best friend, like, he just woke up. He's like, "Man, I'm somewhere. It's snowing.
What?
I might need to pick me up." I was like, "Wait, that's so random." Like,
The people he knows. I'm telling you.
yeah, that's my best. We've been best friends for like almost 25 years. And so he was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "I just drove, man. I don't know where I'm at, but I might need to pick me up though. I don't know where I'm at though." He just knows it's snowing where he's at.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't know he's in the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
CIA. So, after 3 years of a wonderful, blissful, crazy marriage,
That's 32 months.
I'm so glad you can count. Except it's not 32 months.
What ain't
3
32?
times 12 is 36.
36. I was close.
So much for your preparatory diploma.
Well, math was never my strongest suit. History was. I'm a historian. You asked me who the first president was. I know that.
Everyone should know who the first president was.
Some folk don't. Some folk don't.
Who's the 22nd president?
27.
Some white person.
Abraham Lincoln was 16, so that would have been around Roosevelt.
She asked that question, but she don't know the answer, so I don't know why
She's
she asked that
like,
question. She's like, I'm going to see what kind of answer you're going to get. You could have said FDR, and she would have known. Oh, wait, that is Roosevelt. Sorry. Man, whatever.
Wow. Someone did not focus on
I don't
this in
care
their social
about
studies.
No, I didn't. I don't care about that. So,
The first vice president was John Adams. Boom.
if you say so.
He also became president.
Yeah, second president.
Yeah.
And then his son, John C. Quincy, became the sixth president. Oh, don't play with me. I know my social studies.
I knew that too.
I knew my social studies.
I don't know none of that and don't care. I know who the president is now. That's all I need to know. And then we ain't gonna talk about that. We're going to leave that alone.
Cheetos, President
We're going to leave that
Cheetos.
alone.
Cheetos.
So, after
Wait a
3
minute.
years, 36 months
Yeah,
of marriage.
that's what I said.
No, you did. It is on tape.
Right, this is being recorded. That's why reality TV
Y'all
killed
know
me.
the new 32 is the old 36.
Wow.
It's that new math.
You have been smoking that Trump stuff. So, here's my question.
Everybody loves me. Billions of people do.
Billions of people
It's
love
big as ever. It's huge. Make it huge.
This is going to be the
Huge thing
biggest
ever.
moment ever. This is bigger than WrestleMania.
It's going to be the greatest. It's the perfect phone call. That's all you need to know. It's a perfect phone call.
This phone
I
right
did it
here-
exactly the way it was supposed to be done.
This phone right here, all these cracks, absolutely. That's in the wave of the future. Cracks in your phone. You might get cut up, but it's going to be the wave of the future.
You know, a lot of people are saying that the phones are going away, but I say no way, because that's not going to happen. So after, I'm going to keep this voice for my question because I'm already here now. So after 3 years of blissful marriage and all of the wonderful things that go on with it, and all the huge stuff that you have been able to accomplish, tell me, what is the most intriguing thing that you have found out about each other in these last 3 years?
Why did they go to Benny Hinn? That was the
No,
way-
it sounded like Bill Cosby to me.
Right.
No, Bill Cosby has more of a, put something in your drink type sound.
Wow.
Man, I'm so glad that this is not radio because I would be off the air by now.
There's more drug in his content, you know what I mean?
Excuse me. All right.
The pill and the
Yeah, this gonna be bad. You may want to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you felt the release. You felt the release.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yes,
that release
I
be
did.
coming in right on naked time.
Man.
Because when you do it, you feel like you lost weight.
Woo!
It's okay. I've been assaulted.
Woo!
I'm just gonna slide on around.
Hallelujah.
I don't never do that.
Oh,
stuff,
it's still coming. Jesus. Hallelujah.
Oh, hey, do we need to pause?
Shabba.
And
No,
now
we
for
all right. No, we
Commercial
good.
break from Marie.
No, we
We'll,
good. I'm
we'll
just letting
accept you as a sponsor.
I'm just letting it be known. Yeah.
But you know what? That
I am
Glade.
letting a fragrance.
But that means
Glade, if you're listening.
That means your stomach.
Right.
That means your stomach's healthy though. A lot of people know that's a good sign.
And so listen, I told
That's a good sign.
Maya when I came over, I was going to anoint Charles' house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the anointing fill the temple. Hey, thank you, God.
Wait till tomorrow, Sunday morning. I got an anointing.
Yes.
Release right before.
Lord.
Now, I use the bathroom before I preach. I can't preach
Every
Yeah,
time.
I gotta do it.
No, that's just when I pray. Whenever I dance, miss, whatever.
Yeah, it's like it bubbles up right. He's like, oh, gotta go.
Oh, well, here's my thing. Not only that, sometimes I just gotta pee all the time. Like
Yeah.
I could have gone to the bathroom before we went to church. I know I asked a question. Y'all just calm down. Like I said, we're gonna flow with this. I have gone to the bathroom before church, and then I will be in church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look at the program, and I'll see I'm right here up,
Yeah,
and then right before me. Oh man, that's a bathroom.
Yeah.
Even when I dance, I have my whole robe on, whole on. I'm like, golly, now I gotta move stuff out the way so I can.
That happens to me all the time.
I would tell her, hold on, don't. Give me a second, I'm coming out.
Exhort a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Now, I
That's one of the reasons I hate sitting on the pulpit.
Outfits.
Because as soon as I sit on the pulpit, it's like everybody knows, oh, he going to the bathroom. I hate sitting on the pulpit for that reason. Let me sit in the back so I can go to the bathroom.
Get my thing. Because that makes the ministry that's more effective. You become more effective.
Yeah, you gotta empty yourself out.
The effectual, fervent.
Pee and poop of the righteous availeth much. Yes.
Now, see, like when Maya married me, I had to let her know. One of the things I had to let her know is I have a thing about bathrooms. I always go for more of my home. I don't like public bathrooms.
I understand.
But if I do, not for public, but more home, I have a protocol. Because I believe in poop molecules. They can get your clothes. So I like putting my clothes neatly hanging up.
He is Charlemagne. He poops out. He don't tap his pants on when he poops.
No, that's disgusting. I don't understand how people do that.
But do you know how particles work?
That's why do you think they have the hooks on the bathroom for your clothes?
For your jacket.
For your clothes.
But
for
do
your
you
jacket.
For your clothes. How many times I've hung my clothes and
But do you
barricaded
know
myself in bathrooms?
do you know what particles do though?
You know how many times I've locked myself in 8-star bathrooms like I'm in the Creflo Church and their seats were heated.
Thank you.
They do have some nice bathrooms.
Look, and like they have the bath thing. If you go to the private one, I got into the private one.
Tell everyone what a labath is.
The labath, everybody knows what a labath is.
Everybody does not know what the bath is.
That's the little thing that squirts and then it cleans
So a
you.
bidet?
Yes, a bidet.
Yeah, labath.
We know what it is. Yeah, well, that's why I was like, I know a lot of stuff. I don't know what a bath is. I know what a bidet is.
So he has a private bathroom that's about the public bathroom, but I think you're not supposed to use it, but I did, and no one said nothing to me. But the seat was heated, and they had the bath thing there.
The bidet.
Yeah, and so I was like, what is this? And so I started squirting it, and it hit me in the face. I was like, oh, this is water. This is balling. And so I'm like, man, what do you do? So I went outside. I was like, man, what's the little thing? And he was like, no, that's for like your bottom. I said, what? So I went back in there and tried it. And I was like, oh,
Why is he whispering like this is a secret?
this is amazing. I didn't know nothing about the bath. I was like, this is amazing. And it was
I
gold.
need you to stop calling it a bath.
It was
So
gold.
just so you know, when your church's attendance goes up because people are coming in for your bathroom to find the secret bathroom.
Yeah, it's right there. You make that right. It's
Pastor
right by the
Creflo, I am so sorry. I did not know
and
that Jay
it
was
might have
doing
been
this
his
to your
bathroom.
bathroom.
I might have been in his bathroom.
I
Because it was
guarantee
really
you
nice.
His
And it was
bathroom
like,
ain't out in the lobby.
no, it wasn't in the lobby. It was to the right. Like it was like you had to cut through something. I cut through something.
His
I
own
remember
personal-
on the flyer it said CD. And I said, oh, that might be his bathroom. It had his initials on there.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so
Someone
sorry.
who went in
Creflo.
there on Sunday and smelled me. He was like, who did use my bathroom?
We was still too.
I hope it
The
didn't
anointing
stay
is
until
different
Sunday.
in here.
I might have used Creflo's. That would mean that, you know what that means? That means, remember, I started having dreams about Creflo after that.
So
I don't know how to
How
go.
what was your original question?
It was, what quirks did y'all find out about each other? And he started talking about pooping, and I'm like,
With my poop protocol, but I don't no pants.
But that's not something you found out about her. But
She found out about me.
But you don't know if that's the quirkiest thing she found out. I asked her.
That guy was the most quirky.
You
So
don't
what
know?
is the quirkiest thing you found out about Maya?
Oh, have mercy.
Oh man.
So many. Well, I don't think that'd be mean to say.
Wait, one prerequisite question. So, had the two of you ever lived with the opposite sex before?
Jay's a hoe.
Well, never lived. That was nice.
No. So this was your first time living with a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of when that was not a relative.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was alright. It was cool. It was been alright.
But what's the quirk?
What is your quirk? Probably mine is lateness. Cause I was like, especially because I was new to this. Cause like her, it's a generational lateness too. Cause her mom.
Oh, I understand.
Her mom is late. She's late. Like it's like her mom would text me, and like they started service at 11:30. It'd be like 12:15. Like I'm on my way to church. I was like, you missed it. It's over. It's 12:15. There's no need to go there. You're wasting gas. You can stay at home. Y'all don't stream nothing. And so like my would get to our services about maybe 10:15, 10:20-ish. It depends on, like, I think she started coming around 10:05 for a minute. And then, yeah, you was. Remember that one time you brought Precious with you? Jesus. And y'all got there about 10:20. I was.
Well, yeah, that's because I had to pick her up and she wasn't ready. But on a regular basis,
I remember she came up, she was like, I was like, why is she breathing like that? Like, she sounded like Darth Vader the whole time. I was like, oh, big mommy. Tell me.
Not that bad.
I'm scared. You kept leaving me in the Saints River. I'm like, don't leave me in here by myself. Stay by me. But yeah, probably her lateness or her weird tones of sleeping.
What?
Please elaborate on weird tones of sleeping.
Yeah, she makes these weird noises every now and then. And she was like, yeah, she had like full-blown conversations with no one. And you be like, what is going on? Who are you talking to? And I'm like, Maya, wake up. She's like, why did you wake me up? I have to go to work. Because you're having a full conversation with somebody who I don't even know. And she be loud too. No, I want this food. You be like, whoa, what food? What's going on? What is happening here? I was used to me. Sleep in all kinds of weird angles and ways and halfway off the bed. And sometimes I feel Maya pull me on the back up on the bed. And I said, why? That was the spot. But the half leg out the bed, that was the spot. I found peace right there.
And so, what is your weirdest quirk you found out about Jay out of all the ones that you may happen to have, beside all the ones he has already exposed this entire podcast?
You probably only got like, what, 3?
Honestly, a big one is his bathroom ritual, if you will. Mm-hmm. And part of the reason why is because I could almost even see if you just said you felt more comfortable that way or something. But the thing about particles is they float. And they'll still fly around the air and stick to your clothes. Mm-hmm. That's why they say when you have a toothbrush that you should put it in a travel thing, just like when you go out of town, because when you flush, then particles get in the air and will stick to your toothbrush.
I'm going to keep my toothbrush in the bathroom. So I don't got to worry about that. I'll keep my toothbrush in a secret place.
I'm just saying that.
In a secret place.
The Most High God.
I keep
it abide under the shadow of the
Almighty. Toothbrush in my prayer room. It's right there by Jesus.
Okay.
When I get done praying.
And now you just found the quirky bag.
I would probably say.
After I get done praying, then you can brush your teeth. And then you're good.
I think
because if you don't pray and brush, then you don't.
Are you gonna let her finish?
I think the other thing, and I know some people do it, so I'm not. But still, you the first person that I've been close to that did is that hot sauce on a potato chip, especially the amount of hot sauce that you use.
Oh, most everybody I know does that.
Yeah, that's.
I hate hot sauce, but I know everybody I know does that.
And he'll have like hot sauce on his fingers, and if you go to touch me, I smell hot sauce, and I'm like, I could see maybe dabbing some on, but it's it's like, do you want some potato chips with your hot sauce?
No, it's a
Drench
dip.
it.
People do it as a dip. I know some people that open up a fresh bag of chips, they'll take the hot sauce, and they'll do this in it, right?
Shake
then
it
they'll
up.
close the bag and shake the bag up.
Yeah.
Open the bag back up, and one more drop.
But
Yeah.
like the chips don't
That's
even
amazing.
be, they don't even be crispy no more.
They don't
like,
care about the crisp.
It's
It's
not
the
the
taste. They do it
crisp.
for flavor.
It's the flavor. It's about the flavor at that point.
Okay.
It tastes like it's like low budget wings. It is like low budget wings.
I don't know. I don't eat hot sauce, so you're looking at the wrong person. I don't know about that.
And you gotta do
I
it
just
with
know
Frank's
what I just
only.
know what I've seen. The
Frank's
people do.
only.
Yeah, they only do it with Franks. I've seen people. Do
Yeah, you gotta do it with French. You don't want to do Tabasco too hot. Sometimes you get away with Louisiana. But you can't do too much Louisiana. It'll bring you up. But French is a must.
Okay.
So here what we gonna do before we get to the real talk badger. I'm gonna allow the tables to be turned. I'm gonna let y'all newbies ask the vets 2 questions.
Cause y'all been married for
apiece.
like 20,000 years, ain't you?
It
For
feels
10
like
years.
it.
It does. But we've been married for 10 years.
It'll be 10 years in December.
Oh, so
Oh,
you
wow,
and
that's a milestone.
Yeah.
Paul only been married about 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all close. Y'all close. Y'all close right there. So what you gonna ask, man?
Y'all got 2 apiece.
You go first.
Come on, look, TikTok.
You take all.
All right. Well, how did y'all meet?
Oh, I know that one.
You want to tell us one? Tell the full one, or you want to tell the half?
I always tell the full
You
one.
do not.
Okay, so for those of us who remember the internet before the Facebook, before
we're
the
old.
Instagram, we are older. One of us is older than the other.
What, Black Planet?
Well,
We met on
yes,
Black
we met on
Planet.
Black Planet.
Man,
Black
I
Planet
miss
accounts
Black-
we
I
didn't
miss
use
Black-
anymore. Well, she wasn't using hers, and I wasn't using mine.
Yeah, yeah. I actually was telling the story earlier today. Yeah, I've got some. I could write a book on my Black Planet interactions. I've got some stories to tell. One of them included some penis in a salad. But we're gonna let that go.
I'm gonna give her own podcast for that one because I've heard it. No, I hear no more.
The real talk after dark.
And a salad, like garden salad.
Let's let that go. But yeah, I had.
I can't let that go.
I need to know
I done
more.
tried. I can't.
That was not your question.
But no, I had some horror stories, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of done with Black Planet because there's some crazy people out there in the world. So I had probably been off, not used my Black Planet in a year. And so then all of a sudden I get this email notification because it's connected to one of my Yahoos that someone had wrote me a letter, and I'm like, what? Why would you? Who? Oh, well, this must be somebody I already know who like is trying to get in touch with me that I've been new. And the note said, "Hey, you stopped by my page and you didn't say anything." That's how it started. And then it was like 2 paragraphs of all of these statements. And I'm like, first and foremost, who are you?
So for clarity, she stopped past my page
I did
and
not.
left me a note.
No, it did not.
So watch this. Did I not show you the email notification that came
So,
to my... No.
No,
Did
because I
answer the
have-
question.
no,
Answer
you
the
did.
question.
You don't let me answer this question.
No. It's a
Don't
yes.
get
It's a
forced.
listen. It is a yes or no. The court will know. This is a yes or no question. Did I not show you an email notification?
You
That,
did.
thank you very much.
So
and it said
he
that she
got
stopped past the page and dropped me a note that wanted me to reach out to her.
That's what it said.
That's why I reached out.
Never went to his page. First of all, I hadn't used it in over a year. And second of all, you were nowhere in my circle.
Listen, I don't know. I got nothing to do with that. All I know was what was sent to me.
Anyway, my Black Planet dating screener was actually still set to Chicago.
I never had a dating screener.
I had a dating screener up there. And it was very specific, and it was set to Chicago. Matter of fact, you weren't even in the age range. So it shouldn't have showed you at all.
All I know is I had the evidence that said she did.
And it did. He did show me this. So
I'm kind of curious. So I hope you'll elaborate more on that age range without me having to use my second question.
So I had dated my age range typically was 5 years up, 5 years down.
I was
So
in your age range then because I was 5 years down.
No, but I had changed it before I got off of Black Planet because I got tired of weird young dudes.
Man, sorry, you married one.
Now, at that point, I was like, you know what? I've been there, done that, all this young boy stuff. I need some good credit. Let me just be honest with you.
No, I don't blame you.
I was like, look, I can't. I had all the sexual adventures I could stomach for right now. I'm really over that. What I need is to do with some good credit to buy me a house and start giving me some trips. I needed sugar daddy. So I had switched my age range to 5 years, from my age to 5 years up. So you technically would not have fell in my.
You wouldn't have fell in mine either. I was 3 years up, 3 years down. That's all I want.
And for the record,
and 3 years down was
5 years older than him.
Yeah, 3 years down was going to stretch it, and anything more than 3 years up, I was like, what are we gonna have in common to talk with? I just don't see it. I'm cool. But I got the email, and she was fine. So I said, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out.
My Black Planet does actually still exist. I checked it last year. So there was some tasteful art photos of me up there that I had posed for a photographer I actually met on Black Planet. Got some stories to tell. So there was some tasteful art photos up there.
I don't know about tasteful, but yes, Lord.
Tasteful.
Jesus.
Shut up.
I was speaking in tongues, hallelujah. But I also read a page, and I'm a word person, so I was very intrigued by the phrasing of what she wanted and what she didn't want. Mm-hmm. So in my email to her, it had nothing to do with all of her pictures because I looked through every last one of them. Wow. 2 or 3 times. And it articulated the things that I had pulled out from what she had stated in on her profile, and then also articulate who I am. And I started off by saying, listen, I know you say you don't like ministers, but I'm a minister. So here I is. Mm. And I know that these things. Now, how they going to ask questions? They're going to be looking at phones or whatnot. This is some mess. We paid attention to everyone that answered. Y'all are the worst interviewers in the history of interviewing.
I have people that said a great statement that made me laugh.
But that couldn't wait to the end of the podcast.
You know, if you know this person, you would be like, "Oh, I can understand."
I'm in the middle of a touching story answering my.
I was in there. I hear the strings and everything. I got tears.
Done. No, I'm done. No, I don't even want to answer no more. I'm done with my ass bumping. No, I'm done.
I've heard I used to chat with 2 people at the same time. Menage chat, if you will.
Wow.
That's what we used to.
I like that.
Y'all's new word for the day.
Yes, we said.
Hashtag menage chat.
Right. That's going in the tags. It's going in the tags. No. Nope. Dude. Y'all, listen, how about this? After the podcast's over, after we close out, I'll step into another room because I've heard the story 6 times.
Oh man, so you know the deep.
I could tell you how long in the vein. Hold on, I'm done with this story. I
didn't go that graphic with you.
Yes, you did. 3 times. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Anyway.
Yes, you did.
Was there measuring tape involved?
I don't know. I don't know if she knew if she knew the size, she didn't tell me. But listen, I could tell the story verbatim. Really, I'm not going to. That's her story.
Was it Gary?
Huh?
What?
Gary.
Why are you naming names like you know?
Woo! So what's your second question?
I just know a guy that used to work at.
Wait, did we even finish that?
We was more telling the story, but of the elaboration of it, but the answer to the question we've been on Black Planet.
Met on Black Planet. That's a beautiful thing.
Hooray, Black Planet.
Hooray, internet. Just period.
Right.
I don't.
Because you met me on the book.
Basically, and the thing is, when people met on Facebook, I used to think that was kind of like, I don't know.
And then you met the love of your life.
Your last first date.
Yeah.
E. coli.
Mine was married before me.
I was married to him, so I understand.
Yes, he's married for how long? You married for me?
74 years.
But he had a messed up hand.
No.
We're not gonna touch story the hand. No.
Yeah.
No. What is your next question?
Yeah. So that's what our code word for him is this.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told her at the beginning of the podcast. You realize it's a podcast; they cannot see what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's just funny. Everybody knows the code word. Oh gosh. His hand looked like the guy from Scary Movie 2.
I'm so mad at you.
Have you ever heard of Butler?
This is why it took me so long to have somebody interview on my podcast.
Oh my God.
This right here is why it took so long.
Visualize the mashed potatoes. I'm sorry.
So you fucking mashed potatoes?
And he sounds like the guy too. That's what makes it so funny. So, oh man, so he was so messed up. So me and my dude, we wanted to know more details about this man's head. I was fascinated with the head for like a good year.
We are not going to talk about this hand. No, no. I'm making a host decision. We are not going to talk about this hand. Y'all, we'll talk about this a whole lot. And it's absolutely hilarious, but we ain't going to do that right now.
And I wanted to let you ask a question because I don't know what I want my second question to be.
Okay,
So
so
we
tell
go back.
me. Yeah, tell me. All right, there you go.
Yeehaw!
Now you're learning how to do tag team wrestling. And
she wasn't holding on to the tag rope.
Yeah, man, you're holding tag rope.
And you ain't even in the corner. See, that's how messed up it is.
I'm in the corner. I'm in the corner. I'm ready to go. I need probably more cock at the angle.
So, what's your
what
you got?
But I said I didn't know y'all too well. I thought Maya was gonna be one.
That's
of
all right. Half of the questions I asked y'all, I knew. You made an answer that they don't know.
But they know, nigga.
No, we don't. We've talked about each other as in she's interviewed me and I've interviewed her.
Y'all
But it
interviewed
was
each
about
other?
it was just about
So
our,
you was a guest on your own show?
Yeah.
And you were a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
you can be a
what-
producer and be a guest. That's not uncommon.
what we wound up doing was we did it so that we would give
Different answers.
in-depth looks at our own
Like
selves.
thought pieces. Like,
Kind of, yeah. And I let the audience ask some questions of us too. It was in-depth pieces. It wasn't about us. It was about me.
Because when I met you,
and
y'all
about her.
had just got married, I think.
No,
we
bro.
had been
You knew what? You knew me before we got married.
Yeah.
I did.
You was around shortly after my first marriage.
I met you at the Steak and Shake.
Right. Yeah. Because I remember I was like getting some food. Like, she was like, oh my God, come over here, meet Jesse. I still got the car you gave me.
Which one?
Your business card says it was
Yeah,
like,
you know how many I've had? I've had
this
a
was
bunch
like
of
your,
incarnations.
this might be like when you're.
Was it one of the purple ones or was the red one? Well, red one with a gold mic on
No,
it.
this was the purple one.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the purple one. Yeah, Doc, here's my card. I didn't even know I had that card still.
Do you have no question?
He got questions you can ask one.
I don't know though.
Stab in the throat.
I was there when you got ordained. I was there when you did your dance conferences, the young adult
Yeah,
conferences.
you've been around for
the
a
prophetic
minute.
conferences.
You've been around for a minute.
I don't know. I can't think of the question that I already know the answer to. That wouldn't sound corny.
You don't have to know. You don't have to not know the answer to the question.
But
Because
still,
they don't know it.
But it sounds
Especially
good.
when it comes to me. 'Cause
Yeah, because we have a
Jesse talks a lot.
It's my show. I got to. Besides, you're supposed
I'm
to jump
talking
in.
period.
I do
You
not
will
talk-
air stuff out all the time.
Only when I'm talking on the podcast or messages or in groups like this. I don't let people into my life. I don't like these people.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
All right. Well, I got another. I done conjured up a question now.
See,
Go
like,
for it.
Trying to work with you. So, what are the? I would probably say the two biggest things that kept y'all's marriage like together intact.
Oh, that was a good question.
That's a good question.
There you go, man. I think you were smart.
Okay, this is gonna sound really bad to other people, but it's facts for us. It has been the enduring a lot of what potentially could have been very tragic situations and God. Like, it's gonna sound very Christian cheesy, but it really has. Like, for us to be together, it feels a lot longer that we've been together because we have had to endure some stuff. Like, we call our relationship very expedited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went from, hey, you're cute, want to grab some burgers, to, hey, I'm homeless. Yeah, and like within weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would say I'd also say God, and I would say patience. A virtue I don't really typically possess, so it's been very hard for me because I'm not a patient person. She's a lot more patient than I am, or at least seems like she's a lot more patient than I am. Both our patience has been tried, tested to the hilt, and yet still it is what for me is recognizing in trying to have patience that she ain't me, so she's not going to react to things like I react. She's not going to think like I think, and so being patient enough for her to still be her and think like she thinks, speak how she speaks, deal with things how she deals with them, and me not go crazy because it's not what I would do. Because I am very, 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 very particular in terms of how I operate. Not a micromanager, but I'm very particular about it. I have a way. And oftentimes with my way, I wanted to be this way. She's the same. Like, we almost broke up over dishes. So she washes dishes a particular way, especially the dishwasher, and I wash them a particular way, and it's not the same. And she pissed me off one day fussing at me about how she wanted them washed. And I pissed her off because I wasn't doing it how she wanted. And I was like, nigga, this what? And she's like, look, do they need to go this way? I'm like, no, they don't. I do it how I do it. And her use of bleach when she washes, we almost broke up over. But it's patient learning that because I don't use bleach. I use bleach when I'm cleaning the floor. She uses bleach when she's cleaning anything. If bleach can be used to clean it, she clean and would burn my nostrils.
Even if bleach can't be used to clean it, I'm still gonna clean it.
See, bleach is her best friend. Yeah, anybody want to give her a Christmas present? Get her bleach.
Wow, that's old
bleach.
School.
Yeah, she's old school in that.
Bleach works for
So you
everything,
put a little bit of bleach in your dish.
No, not a little bit.
That's not that much.
No. I have come home from work some days when she was off work. She'd be cleaning dishes, and I would walk in and I'd step back out because my eyes were burning. How were you in this house?
You are never getting food poisoning from me.
Yeah, but I might die from bleach poisoning.
No, you'll get over it. You learn to adjust. Your nose is actually, you don't probably...
Not the nose, the eyes, the pores, everything.
Right.
So yeah, learning patience with each other. Still learning patience with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It has
Patience is tested on a regular basis.
Because we tap dance all over each other's nerves. We love each other, but we tap. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. just. Yes.
Yep.
That is us. And all of that is our nerves. We on a regular basis. It's not intentional. It's just we're two different people with two completely different backgrounds. I'm church. I've been church all my life. She's street. Not that she's been in the streets, but she's street. She's a street folk. I mean, but she ain't like no gangster thug. When people say street, they think like that.
You know, anything.
My dad actually had he called it street smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm street smart, but I'm not street. Like I was very, very not even sheltered because it wasn't sheltered. It was more so protected because I knew street niggas. I had street friends. So that's what helped develop my street awareness. But I was never in it. She was in it, around it, knew people of it. She had a conversation with Larry Hoover's son in jail. For those who don't know who Larry Hoover is.
You think you're Big Meech? Larry Hoover?
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the biggest gangsters to ever walk through Chicago, ever. And she knew him and his son. Mm-hmm. I would have never been around that type of world. See what I'm saying? So we had two completely different backgrounds, and so you take these two backgrounds.
Street cred, you know Larry Hoover.
Right, like
that's crazy right there.
That's amazing.
And so you take Larry Hoover world,
He is a
church
very
world,
intelligent, very underestimated man.
Most of them are though.
Yeah.
And then you take that, mix that with church world, and you put that in the house and say, now live together.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think criminals aren't smart. Just like Frank Lucas. Mm-hmm. It's pretty ingenious the way he brought them. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But could you see him being in the same house with T.D. Jakes' wife?
Probably not.
That's what the two of us together is like.
Yeah, we're literally like when we planned our wedding, that didn't happen. When we planned our wedding, our symbol for our wedding, our thing was the yin and yang symbol, because we are complete opposites who just happen to work well together. Mm-hmm. If you take the two separate pieces and put them together, we complete each other.
That's nice.
But they're two different pieces.
Oh, it sounds nice. It sounds lovely
Can I
and
ask a
beautiful.
bonus question? What happened to the wedding?
A bonus question. Wait a minute.
Technically, she just took one of yours.
I got another question. So what happened to this wedding? Because he's a weddinger. Mine's a wedding person.
We ain't had the money, and we've been trying to see how we're going to do it, if we're still going to do it, when we're going to do it, what we're going to do with it.
It's this time to give that up, man.
No,
It's been 10 years.
No, but that's like we start to do like the vow rules on the mouse.
I told him. I said, so if I'm going to do this, I want the whole shebang.
You want the bouquet with the all the people and the colors and
Yeah.
the doves flying everywhere.
Okay,
we ain't
not
get
the
no
doves. I could just see the poop flying right down on me. Like, this is not gonna end well.
Well, you know, then he can sing a solo.
No, I ain't saying
You know what I'm saying? You'll dance.
ankle. No, she don't want me to dance. She don't want no churchy wedding. She said, and she has said jokingly, but I think she's kind of semi-serious. First nigga to shout at her wedding is getting kicked out.
Yep.
I'm gonna be the one.
And you know he would give a good Baptist fit. Thank you, Jesus.
I've never been to a wedding.
And see, I have, so that's why I know what it's like. Mm. And then my friend, because we're so close, like I was there for all the planning. Like I was at her cake tasting. It was literally her fiance and me tasting cake.
I don't understand that. Taste cake.
Make sure the cake is right.
The cake is cake. Get
No,
some
it's
cake
not.
from Walmart.
No, it's not. Trust me.
No.
It's not. It's
Get
not.
that red velvet from Walmart.
No, I'm not even a fan of cake all like that. And cake taste is not cake. Everybody don't make it the same. Even if you're tasting the exact same cake at 3 different places, it is not the same.
It's not.
Trust me, Jack. Trust me.
So you got the
It's
cake
not the
taste.
same. Yes.
That's great.
Because you got to find out which is going to be the exact right one that you like the best. And normally when people do the cake tasting, they already have a place in mind. It's now a matter of what kind of cake we're going to have and how this cake is going to be.
Yeah, that's what she did. That's what
cake.
they did. Like he brought every flavor he made, and they picked 4.
Mm-hmm.
They picked 4. They had 4 different type of cakes.
No, you get it to 4, and then you take a break. You come back in a week or so and narrow it down.
Ooh, that just sound like diabetes.
Well, that's why you don't, because what you're doing when
you're not having a whole slice. You literally are taking. They're like going to prepare it, a whole cake, and then you're just going to take a bite out of it.
Well, this dude did cupcakes since he had like
that's really good.
10
That's
flavors.
A smart idea.
Yeah.
So
and what happens is, so because you've tasted so many, once you narrow it down to 4, you got to stop because it starts to blend.
It's like wedding
together
dress shopping.
And then you come back in a week or 2 and say, okay, these were the 4 that we chose last time around. Now we can give these 4 a fresh taste. And then you say, okay, some people will narrow it down to 2 and then 1. Then some people just say, okay,
I got an idea.
This is the
but
one.
their cake, because you know when you see wedding
Chocolate
cakes and
vanilla
there's
red
different
velvet.
layers.
Just get all 4.
Most of the time, each layer is a different flavor.
Or just get all 4. Just get all 4.
Especially nowadays with people with allergies and stuff like that.
Fuck the allergies.
But when we were planning our wedding, we went through the whole process of we want you to come. We don't care about what you like. We really wanted what we wanted. Like our cake wasn't even going to be cake because we like cheesecake more.
Come on now. Let the Lord use you.
We like cheesecake more.
And like cheesecake is more elegant.
It just tastes better.
Yeah, but it's more of an elegant cake.
I don't care about elegance. I care about taste. It tastes better.
Yeah. You get
Yeah,
your
show us today.
Right.
well.
But most people will plan for, oh my God, and then we have to make sure that we have vegan dishes.
Ooh, the
for
red
our
velvet
vegan
cheesecake.
friends.
Oh my God.
No, strawberry.
No, that red velvet cheesecake.
Hey,
true.
who's wedding it? Strawberry.
Red velvet cheesecake. True.
I don't care about your red velvet. I said strawberry. That's what we doing. Yeah, we ain't trying to plan for nobody else. We still
Okay, so
want
what
to
are
have
your
it.
questions?
You can took up one of mine. I ain't got there's none left.
What you got? What you got, Pastor Jay? What you got?
I have nothing, man. You answered all the questions. You did such an excellent job.
Ooh, he is such a suck up at the moment.
Yeah, I got to recover. I got to bounce back.
Come on for the podcast now. Come on.
I don't know what to ask.
Just ask a question.
Cause the wedding was mine, but then you did two.
Okay, here's a way to think for you. I got a host, ask questions, and give the
Answers at the same time.
Yeah.
Here's what. Think of a question that you might like to ask
I got one.
in our old age that may help y'all in y'all's young stage.
Well, how are you?
Old stage. I'm talking about how long.
How
we've been.
old are you?
I'm 38. Be 39 this year. Yeah, but she only been married 3 years.
Oh, this is true. Well, she got the other nine.
The totality of both of mine. No, the totality of both of mine.
I forgot you was married. Yeah, I forgot you was married for right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I got one.
Come on with it.
How's it being married to Pastor Jesse?
Crazy as hell.
Role reversal.
If we're gonna be real
That's
talk,
what real talk is. It's
it
about to
has
be so
been-
negative, y'all.
no,
Go ahead.
it has been an adjustment. So this is gonna get graphic for half a second.
All right now. See, my question about the graphicness out there when I ask questions.
When I envisioned the person I would actually get married to, I thought that there would be more of an all-encompassing, like we do everything together. And I have some acquired tastes that did not translate into our marriage. Like, for all intents and purposes, he married a hoe. I done been there, done that. Hence, penis and salad.
Your wife is trying not to choke on
Okay,
her frozen yogurt.
I'm so sorry.
Her froyo has almost killed her.
Are you okay about the satellite?
I'm good. I'm good, everyone.
You should not be choking on froyo. It is frozen. The heat from your throat should melt it. You should be fine.
If I was drinking water at that statement, I probably would.
You look like you might have a narcolepsy or something.
But yeah. So and I had always heard from the people. I only know like a couple of married people, and so they were like, "Oh, the marriage bed is undefiled. Great, we can go ahead and my list can continue. All of my adventures and escapades can continue." And then what nobody tells you is that there must be some compromise. And so there were certain things that I figured he was younger than me and that I could coerce him into. And those things were very unsuccessful. It has been a lot of compromise.
Because I am young in age, but I am old.
He is
Old soul.
If I was going to
Ancient
suck
soul.
up, I would say it was the best of both worlds. Because he was young enough and he was fit enough at the time.
Man,
Hey, I still could pull some things off.
Shut up.
Let the church say yes.
I'm
Make
dead.
her say yes.
I'm dead over here.
Make her say yes.
Where did I find this podcast at again?
Make
So I
her
can
say
listen to
yes. I'll make her say yes. Oh, I'm sorry, good.
But yeah, I figured that we could accomplish some things, but over the course of time,
There was a list like Chris.
Oh, yeah, she got some lists.
yeah.
She got some
I
lists. We
thought
talked
I was
about the list. She
I
got
thought
some
I was
lists.
the one that had the list.
Oh,
yeah.
no, dog. She got some lists.
I had a book.
Yeah.
I threw it away.
She got a list, and never mind. Go ahead. I won't go too far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I learned. I'm sorry.
And then, yeah, so for the couple of people I knew they're married, they were like, "Oh yeah, the marriage bed is undefiled. Great, we can accomplish all these goals together."
That's one.
It's one. And it was like, no. And then because it's Jesse, he had actual teaching biblical to back it up. While these things shall not be done. I'm like, oh, for real? So God knows about these things? One of the reasons why I was attracted to him because he was a teacher. Like, you have to bring something to the table educationally. I must be able to grow at all times. So, like, I'm like, oh, so God like knows that we do these things. That I have a desire to do these things.
He watching.
He's watching. Oh.
With a video camera, so you
And
can play
there's
it back for your
actual
judgment day.
rules against this particular thing. Are you sure? Let me see that book. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, probably. Okay, guess that's off the list. But yeah, so it has been a lot of compromise.
What else you got?
Amen.
As Maya tried to recover.
She was like,
But it's real talk. Like
Yeah,
I don't know why people
Welcome.
skate around it, especially as Christians. We want to make little Christians. Why we skate around the sex aspect of
"We want to make a little Christian."
You can't make little Christians until the big Christian goes into a tight Christian and they make
Hey,
little Christian.
hey!
What?
There's some loose Christians.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, the phrase that in order to get little Christians, you have to have David be able to go into the cave,
This is true.
and then he comes out with some crazy little Christians. That's how it works.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good analogy.
I know I'm good at these things. That's what I do. I'm good.
That's a good analogy.
So we got some
Little
time.
seeds.
We got some time before we go to break. I'll let y'all ask some more questions. I'm looking at my little counter over here, so we got a
He
little more
got
time.
time. He got time. This thing's timed out.
This is gonna be a long podcast.
I told my head time it's gonna be a little long. So hey, I'm having fun with this one. Bump it. They got time.
So, Mike, what other question you got?
A question I'll have is, what's a piece of advice or something people always said about marriage that you found out was a myth after you got married?
Oh my
I think
god.
that's another podcast altogether.
I know
Oh
one.
god. There are so many, Jesus.
You know one?
I know one.
What you heard? What's a myth?
Preachers lie.
What
I got bamboozled. They lied to me about a lot of good stuff.
What did they lie about?
Not stuff. That's just marriage, just life in general.
Well, she said marriage, so you gotta keep it in context of the question.
Well, I was going to see what some stuff you was going to say. I was gonna-
Things that have been lied to. Because remember, I'm also married. This marriage number 2. So things that have been lied to. First of all, some of this I knew was a lot going in regards because my parents, they showed me some of this stuff was a lie. But one of the first things is, your woman has to submit, and the way they would say and deal with submit is not how God ordained submission.
Yeah.
And so you try that garbage if you want to. That is not going to work.
It's not me.
Yeah. But probably my biggest one is one I actually still struggle with because of it's how my personality is wrapped in its shape. Is that being a provider as a man means it's all on your shoulders at all times for everything. So you are the reason the house will succeed or fail. You have to be it. You will kill yourself. You'll kill yourself and kill her in the attempt to do that. It's not just about a distribution of weight equally. It's understanding, first of all, if you're a Christian, God never said you had to be a provider. Nowhere in the Bible will you see that God said the man has to be a provider. God told man, in order to have a wife and to love your wife, you have to love her, you have to wash her with the word, you have to love her as Christ loved the church. Never said provide for her, but yet we took on this mantle of man has to be the provider. And in doing so, you can almost kill the marriage. On top of man being the provider, that woman has to be the nurturer. And that's not necessarily the case in the way that we put it. Nowhere in the scripture where you find that is accurate. But this is the things that we teach, and so we try to put wives in this category of you have to be this nurturing, altruistic kind of person that he's got the boo boo, so you got to kiss the boo boo, make the boo boo feel better, and sometimes that's not the case. You as a wife, your job is to be the helpmeet, and what that simply means is you are to be the strength in his area of weakness. That's all it means. You ain't got to be his mama. If you his mama trying to nurture him and you his mama and he like that, you got some bigger problems. Your job is not to be that. So For me, those are probably some of the top things. There's like I know tons of stuff that I've heard Christians say that I actually actively teach and counsel against, but those would probably be the two biggest things I would say. Oh no, I got one more because I just had this discussion the other day. That your wife has to be your best friend. Your husband has to be your best friend.
No.
I despise that. I've always despised it. It's not true. It's not true. Like, you were supposed to be able to tell them anything. But they don't have to be your best friend. I didn't marry you to be my best friend. I married you to be my wife.
There's a difference.
With my best friend, I may have to talk about you for a minute event. You my best friend. I can't talk about you to you. And you understand it and still are able to say, oh, when I'm putting the best friend hat on, okay, no, just best friend. Okay, now I take the best friend hat off and be wife. No, you're going to be pissed off as a wife at some things I say. You're going to be pissed off as a husband at some things she got to say about you, how you made her feel in the moment. People need to vent, and they vent to their best friend. The best friend thing destroys it. You should be able to tell them everything. Does not mean you have to. You do what's best for your marriage according to the personalities in the marriage. And so to put that kind of pressure on a couple to say, no, you should be each other's best friend, should know everything about each other, and this is what it's got to be, you will kill the person. You kill them. Sometimes you can kill the reality of a person in the other person's mind by showing them some things. And once that reality is killed, it's hard to get back.
That was good right there.
I guess I sound like I just gave a word. Like
Because you kind of ended up giving a word.
Because what God is saying in this hour, right now.
Do you have anything to add to that?
The myth of marriage. Ooh, that'd be a good match right there. That's a new series for Jesse.
Don't play with me.
That all the time that you gonna love that person. I think that the person that you marry and the person that you end up with at any point during your marriage can completely be two separate people. And to say that I love him 10 years later, the way I loved him then, would be a complete lie. Because we've grown. We've had experiences. We've changed. And I think that's where a lot of relationships end up ending, is because they don't realize that you're growing, you're changing, we're both growing, we're both changing, and we may not go in the same direction. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to adapt to that person? Can you still love that person? To be honest with you, once again, here we go. I'm the graphic person of the relationship. The sex played a big role in the beginning of our relationship. Mm-hmm. Shut up. Woohoo! But we're 10 years in now. We're grandparents now, and if we were relying on the same sex that we had back then, first of all, we'd be tired.
I'm fat and old.
We done put on weight.
Things have changed.
Things have changed.
Shifted.
Look, we enjoy sitting in our two recliners next to each other, holding their hands, watching TV, and talking garbage about shows. There are no more trapezes.
Kind of like talking about
marathons.
Talking about Roman Reigns. She like talking about Roman Reigns.
She likes Roman Reigns. I can't stand
I heard that was your favorite wrestler.
I will stab you in the face.
I heard that.
There will be a murder on this podcast. And I want all of the listeners here.
Look, it's the midterm, man. It was like, not the murder.
Red alert, run.
But yeah, your love is not going to be the same over the course of time. And you have to be willing to adapt. Like, I don't think people express that enough to people. Mm-hmm. Like, look, if you're not willing to grow and adapt to some things, endure some things, then you wasting your time. You shouldn't be married in the first place, because if you think that person is going to stay the same, you're crazy.
So, here what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break so this timer can stop yelling at me.
You got another commercial?
Well, I can. So, I'm going to put this, I ain't got no choice anyway. The time, I'll tell you about that off here. So, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with the Real Talk Banter. Y'all going to love the Real Talk Banter, and we're going to be out. This has been fun. I hope y'all have had fun with us. If you ain't, it's my podcast. Bump y'all. we'll be right back. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you tired of church as usual? Are you looking for something different? Do you need a real, relevant word that's impactful and will reach you right where you're at? Then High Praise Ministries is the ministry for you. Come fellowship with us every Saturday at 1 p.m. here at 3466 Holcomb Bridge Road in Norcross, Georgia. Here at High Praise Ministries, we believe in bringing forth a real, raw, relevant word to reach you wherever you're at, no matter what you're going through. No judgment, no fuss. We'll have you in and out in an hour and a half of power-packed word and worship. So come, fellowship with us. Come see what the difference is all about. High Praise Ministries Next Level Service. We're the real raw church of purpose, and we are college for your soul.
Oh, if y'all only knew the stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
My goodness.
I'm just going to say this, and then we're going to get into the
Maya
Real
is
Talk
such a
Banter.
mess today.
Ball State is all I'll say. So we're going to go ahead and get into oh, God. So the Real Talk Banter, I know y'all...
It's a great university, though. I've heard a great medical center.
Oh, Lord. We're going to skid on past that. Because I know y'all have not... You know, y'all aren't good friends and don't listen to my podcast. Y'all have no idea what the Real Talk Banter is or Keep One.
I listen. I can tune in a couple episodes.
Well, so tell me what Keep One is. I want to see if you know what Keep One is. Or what the Real Talk Banter
Well, I'm
is.
going to say this. I never listened to a full show.
Just like I said, you ain't real friends. These ain't real friends. These ain't real
tuned in
friends.
to one show you said you going to call me Basta Boom Pow Pow. And you had,
That's the only reason that you did this because I said I mentioned you on that.
Yeah.
You see the kind of friends I'm dealing with. See, this is why I gave the plea I gave out at the beginning of the year. This is why I said, when I talk about these support, this is what I'm talking about. These kind of friends I got right here.
You know, mine's never listened to nothing. She's never listened to
I've never listened to a podcast.
Before today, Mine didn't know what podcast
I
it
know,
was.
man. You really embarrassed us as a unit today. This is we.
She's embarrassed as a unit.
This city, you didn't even that bus and he cut the lights off on and drove that one.
We not looking strong right now. He didn't know about the Van Wilder stuff and
That's all that stuff and stuff that's
she
happened off
does
the
now
air.
know who Viscera is. We learned that this week. We learned Viscera.
Big Daddy V.
Yeah, we learned that.
All right, so you've made your way up to the new generation. Maybe soon you'll work your way into the Attitude Era sooner or later.
Yeah. She's Keith Lee fan.
Keith Lee, that match was match of the year.
Oh man, that match was amazing.
It was one of the best matches I've
The
ever seen in
match
my
was
life.
amazing.
The
best big man match in the last 10 years.
The best match I've seen in a group. But let me not get into that because this podcast will go another 6.5 hours. So this is the Real Talk Banter. What Real Talk Banter is, we just have some fun with some topics, right? One of the topics I have is called Keep One. Keep One is a topic. It's like the Facebook meme where you have to select one.
One has to go.
Except I don't do one has to go. It's too easy. You only get to keep one.
No, that's easy. I got this.
As opposed to get rid of one, you're getting rid of three.
I love getting rid of
and
more,
keep
the
one.
more the merrier.
And so what I do, I have some topics. I have two keep one topics, and we have two best topics that we're going to debate, which is the best in the categories that I have.
I got this. I'm gonna win.
And two keep
This
ones.
isn't a contest.
Yeah, it's just a banter.
I was really ready to win.
Yes, we're not playing spades or anything.
Don't bring up space right now.
Why? Because you're a renigger? I mean, why?
It happened one time.
It was a good time,
Yeah,
though.
but one
That's
time.
the best renege I've
No,
ever
no,
seen
it wasn't
in
no
In
my
renege.
the
life.
history of reneging.
First of
But-
all, that was an accident. The devil
That wasn't no
in the game.
It's an accident.
The devil was in the
No,
game.
no, you saw that spade in your hand. You saw. Look, hold. We get on top. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do all this. Then we'll fight about it after. So, what we do to keep one, what we do is I'll tell you the 4 topics, and you get to keep, or the 4 categories, you get to keep one, right? But what we do, we don't just blurt out which one we're gonna keep. We go with which one goes first and why.
Oh, okay.
And then
It's
each
like a
one goes.
dissertation.
Yeah. So you go process elimination. So here we go. We actually talked about this before because I said I was going to put it on. So that's why this is the first one. We actually had talked about both, but never on the podcast.
Gotcha.
Can only keep one.
I could keep one. Yeah, I got this.
And if which all the ones that you lose everything that's ever been associated with it forever.
I'm cool with that.
Keep one. Comedy Central, Disney, Cartoon Network, or Nickelodeon.
Easy. Comedy Central.
Bro, you just didn't. Did you just not hear what I said?
Which one are you eliminating?
You got to
first?
start from the ones you eliminate that leave first, and then work your way to the one
When you
you
said
actually
Comedy
keep.
Central, I was like, the rest of them didn't even matter. All right, so the least would be
Just go one at a time.
well, for about 4th, I guess would be Nickelodeon.
Okay, so why is Nickelodeon got to go for you?
Like, cause this is today's Nickelodeon, right?
No, it's Nickelodeon. Period. So
Period.
you lose
Right.
everything
History of
ever.
Nickelodeon.
So what it would be like is
Right,
we
I'm
would
thinking
transport you to an
history.
alternate universe
Right.
There would
where
be no
Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon.
never existed.
I was still-
So you missed
I
out on
still-
things like all that. You missed out on things like Keenan and Kel. You never get things like Doug. You never get things like Double Dare. You never get all them Rugrats, all them great shows that
They're
Nickelodeon
great,
has
but
ever
I'll still take
associated.
Comedy Central over.
Bro, dude, you're doing it to where you cannot say which one you keep it first. You gotta go through the living. Y'all see what I deal with my people? We gonna push pause on you. Maya, your turn. Which one you eliminating first?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Why Cartoon Network? Because you're gonna miss out on things like the Chappelle Show. You never get the Chappelle Show.
Wasn't it on Comedy
I'm
That's
sorry.
Comedy
You
Central.
just said Cartoon. I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
You just said
whoa.
Cartoon
Yeah,
Network.
I said
I'm
Dave
sorry.
Chappelle
My
was
bad.
on Cartoon Network.
So Cartoon Network, you're losing out on things like, well, I don't know how much you would like Dragon Ball Z, but you know
never
you
seen
get
it before. She
that
is,
you get man. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I used to have a
Well,
list
that's G-Force
of stuff
was
on
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken, but like some of the classic shows and stuff that
Johnny
was
Bravo.
comments. Yeah. Yeah, comment like Cartoon Network has some stuff. No, you don't get them. They're on Comedy Central. I mean, the Cartoon Network too. You lose all of that. You lose Adult Swim. You lose all of that. Everything that was ever on that network.
It's gone.
You lose.
They don't exist.
Well, dang, because then like Disney, I used to watch like Emperor's New School,
Everything.
Sweet Life, and Hannah Montana.
This is what makes what
Raven.
makes the keep one fun.
Look,
I don't know. I'm
Mickey-
gonna just
that
stick with
Mickey
Cartoon
Mouse.
Network
So
because
Cartoon Network
I
got
have
that?
to pick one. Those are the rules.
So the first one gone for you is Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Which one's gone for
I'm
you
gonna agree
first?
with you. I'm gonna lose Cartoon Network. Like as much as I enjoyed Adult Swim
That's
and the
right.
Powerpuff
I
Girls,
like that.
I could live without it.
Thank you. That's
No,
right.
no.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
I need Celebrity Deathmatch was on MTV. It started on MTV
No,
first.
it ended up on Cartoon Network.
Start on MTV first, so
I
it doesn't get. It's not put in that category of.
It's in like a.
For me,
I already know what you want to pick.
what you think I'm picking first? What do you think I'm first? Yeah, Disney got to go first.
Yeah, I already know you want
Disney
to
can go
yeah.
first. First
Yeah,
of all,
who
I
cares
hate
about-
that 7-foot tall rat. He got to die. He is a rat who has to die.
Yeah,
I hate the horrible stereotype of princesses. I hate them, and almost all of them is just white, so there can't be no minorities ever. They only started getting some minorities now because of pressure. I can't stand the fact that Disney
then they
was
made
made
her
by a
fall.
racist, bigoted, xenophobic. When you hate Jews, what's the word?
Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic piece of garbage
You
like
better
Walt Disney.
don't big words.
And we try to sweep his legacy of horribleness under the rug. This man who probably would have stood alongside Hitler if he could have. We sweep all his garbage under the rug because he made a 7-foot tall rat that goes, forget him. Him and everything that he's made can go.
Look what you got on keychain. Look what you got on keychain.
Just so
What's your
sad.
keychain?
That's racism right there. You are offending me with racism with Mickey Mouse on your keychain. He got to go. His
Coca-Cola's
idea.
racist too.
Listen.
That is
Listen,
not on the list
We
right
ain't
now.
talk. Yeah, we ain't talk about that right now. And for the record, I could get rid of Coke too. So no, Disney has to go. I love the Lion King. I love the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I can do without them. Bye. Especially this reincarnation of the Lion King that they did
that was
with
garbage.
Beyonce and her horrible self voicing over. It was just one of the worst pieces of garbage I have ever seen in my life. This poor excuse for her to have a whole new soundtrack. You have ruined my childhood with your redepiction of the Lion King. You piece of garbage. This is why it can go.
And not only that,
That's a good argument.
but not only that, it's too high. Disney's too high. I've been to Disney World. You know how high it was?
Disney does gouge.
My first honeymoon, I was at Epcot. And I saw, and the reason we went to Epcot was because Disney was too doggone high. But forget it. I don't care. It's not the happiest place on earth. Black people have horrible fights on national television and push over their mothers in wheelchairs at Disney and men beat up women in front of their kids at Disney World. Forget Disney World. Forget that pedophilic piece of garbage place. I can't stand it. Forget you, Disney. I don't care. Come after me. Come after me for slander. I'm not slandering you. I'm telling facts. Walt Disney was a racist. People have fought at your horrible establishment. The Lion King remake was garbage. Forget you. The only saving grace for Disney is Goofy. I do like Goofy.
Well, your staff is also grossly underpaid.
Yeah, because they're slave drivers.
They're called cast members.
Well, your cast members are grossly
They're
underpaid.
slave drivers. And could we be honest? Disney movies ain't really all that good.
No.
When last time you pined for a Disney movie?
Well, they own Marvel now. So.
No. But Marvel would exist on its own.
Oh yeah.
Right, because if Disney never existed, Marvel would still be here.
Yup. So when that don't count. So I'm not dealing with Marvel movies. Disney. When's the last time you pined for a Disney
Going
movie?
forward, then there still needs to be a Black Panther too. So
Listen,
Yeah,
Marvel
Black
would make a
Panther
Black
movie.
Panther too because it's Marvel. Listen, I'm not worried about it. I can deal with just having one. I'm happy with the half good what we had with the one. I'm okay with that. No problem.
good.
It was not as great as people want to make
So,
it. It's a good movie,
that sounds
but it's
like
not as
another
great.
topic.
Listen,
I mean, I think
Unpopular
it's one of the better
opinions.
ones they came out with.
huh?
It's one of the better ones they came out
No, it's not. It's in the middle.
with. It's one of the better
It's in
ones.
the middle.
It was better than Thor.
Debatable.
It was better than Thor.
Dude, debatable.
I would say it's better than Thor.
Debatable.
I
The
would say-
first Thor was really good. Thor Ragnarok
But Black
was
Panther
wonderful. The
was-
second Thor
Black-
was trash.
Black Panther one was better than the first Thor.
I can't say that.
Yeah, it was a better.
I cannot say
It was a
that.
better.
So it's safe to
Better
say
way.
we're keeping Comedy Central.
No, we didn't say that yet. We still go. This is our own individuals. I only got rid of Disney.
Oh.
Disney got to go.
I can
He's
respect
keeping Comedy Central since he decided to go through all his. I'm just gonna skip over him because he decided to just tell us right away what the heck he was keeping, which is not the point of the banter.
I reneged. I'm a renegger.
Whoa, we know.
and now
we
that you
know.
finally admitted it, now
And it's on tape.
That's the first step to
Yes, it
getting better.
is.
Why you came like a dog over there? What was going on?
Because when doggies do good, you pet them. So she felt like she needed to pet you.
Yeah, pat my head down. Yeah.
Hey, we don't need to see it on national. I'm not on national podcast.
no, sit around.
So who's the second one you getting?
Don't barely mine.
I guess probably Disney would be second.
This Paul.
Really?
Why?
The mouse.
Because Nickelodeon's more significant to me, so the two that would be neck and neck would be Disney and Nickelodeon and Comedy Central. Because when I was a kid, actually there was a show called Pinwheel that I watched.
I remember Pinwheel.
Yes, I watched that more than Sesame Street. I watched You Can't Do That on Television.
You can't do that on television.
And one of my favorites, even though it's the nerdiest one, is Mr. Wizard's World. And that was just good stuff. And then plus, all that. Clarissa Explains It All. Hey Dude.
Hey, dude.
Keenan and Kel. Doug. Rugrats. What? Like, then they had the Kids' Choice Award. Then there was Nick at Night.
See, Disney, you can go home.
Mickey Mouse is sending me this picture.
Mickey Mouse is dead. We have killed Mickey Mouse.
He's angry.
Mickey Mouse is taking a poop in his pants.
Mickey Mouse.
So who's your second to go? Traitor.
This is about to happen. My second to go would be Nickelodeon.
Traitor.
Yep.
Such a traitor.
No slime.
Why are you getting rid of Nickelodeon? Traitor.
Double Dare.
I know. I had a passion. I wanted to get on Double Dare, but at the same time, I'm like super prissy, so I didn't want to be slimed. If somebody could
Don't get no
slime
answers
for me,
wrong.
it was bound to happen. Just nerves, pure nerves. But yeah, I could live without all of those programs. Plus, I want to save the other two stations.
Nickelodeon also had that other game show called Finders Keepers, where you wouldn't have to get messy. You just have to find the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was that one cartoon called Danger Mouse. Like, I just watched everything Nickelodeon.
So, is it safe to assume that for your keep one, because now you're down to two, here what you do. You talk about the positives of both, and then you tell us which one you're going to keep, which is probably going to be Nickelodeon based on how you're talking. But go ahead.
I don't know, but Dave Chappelle was pretty major.
Did you go?
Yeah, we gonna have. I need to comment.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry. My second, I got to
yeah,
my second.
yeah.
My bad. I apologize.
yeah.
I apologize. So I have gotten rid of Disney. I've gotten rid of Disney, and now, see, for me, this is a hard decision. It's because I love Chappelle Show. I need my Dragon Ball Z. I need the things on Nickelodeon. I need all of these things. But if I have to get rid of one, I'm going to get rid of the Cartoon Network. And here's what broke the tie for me. The Daily Show was on Comedy Central.
That's a good show.
The Colbert Show was on Comedy Central. And I used to watch them when it was Jon Stewart and Colbert back to back. And then, just to tip the scales in their favor to make sure I keep them at least for this round, Larry Wilburn had his show on Comedy Central.
Yes, he
the
did.
first black one on there like that in that type of space and that type of atmosphere. He had his on there. So, for blackness, y'all talk about Wakanda forever. Hey, Black Power, Comedy Central got to say so. Cartoon Network got to go, and I'll just have to, find my Dragon Ball Z with anime in Japan and learn Japanese so I can learn what the heck they're saying. So that doesn't work. So now you're down to your two.
Man, let's see. So Comedy Central. Then in addition, they gave us the roasts, which are hilarious.
Yes, they did.
And probably
The roast that killed Patrice O'Neal.
That is true.
Because for 6 months before he died, he was roasting Dable. I think it was Dable Hasselhoff, and they roasted him. And two different comics said, "You're gonna die of diabetes." And he got up when it's time for his roast. The first he says, "Y'all are mean. I knew these roasts were mean, but God, dog." And then 6 months later, he died. I think it was 6 months later. It was shortly after that he died.
Wow.
And Patrice O'Neal is a goat. He is one of the greatest comics of all time that doesn't get the credit he deserves.
it was pretty funny. Man.
She called us just pretty funny. You're evil. That's so messed up.
No, I mean him as a person. No, I'm agreeing with you. You said he was one of the greatest comics. He was pretty funny.
Oh, you said he was. That's how you said that was pretty funny.
No,
My
I
bad.
said he
Okay.
was. But yeah, didn't roast, and they did definitely, benefit as far as getting paid. Just like when Cal was talking about Flavor Flav, it was like, how did you get on that roast and let everybody call you a whole bunch of crispity, crunchy Negroes? He said, they got to pay me.
Yep.
So that's dang. I would probably I don't know. That's kind of I'm kind of leaning towards taking off Nickelodeon because as a kid, if it was never there, I would have watched Sesame Street and other cartoons. So really, so. Jeez, man. I did watch a lot of Nickelodeon. And then there was that show, y'all remember Today's Special? Where the dude was the mannequin?
Oh, yeah.
Man. So, am I the only one who hasn't narrowed it down to one?
No.
We all have to narrow. We all have to narrow it down. But we know what ours is. We wait
Right,
on
and
you.
he already.
He already spilled his with conversation.
Oh gosh. I just can't do that to Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna go with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So you gonna keep Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I can see that.
He's one of the greatest comedians.
I can see that. Yeah, well, I know yours, but but to put it on the record, go ahead. Tell the world how much of a treasure to the Jones household you are.
I am. I fully admit it. So, for me, it's a toss up between Comedy Central and Disney. And as much as I love the Dave Chappelle show,
Devil.
I am going to give him the axe and all of Comedy Central.
You can add her right now. I need all of y'all to add her. Flood her in. If y'all are friends with her on Facebook, flood her inbox with very mean statements. Hey, but be careful how mean them statements are. That's still my wife. I will come kill you. But y'all need to add her for this.
Now, I can't help it. I grew up on Disney, and I know all the atrocities of Walt Disney. But one of my first movies I ever went to was Fantasia.
The most racist of them all.
Right, I was just gonna say.
It was.
Just pile on the racism. Just
With them singing birds.
Stop it. My dad took me to my first movie, and it was Fantasia.
it's only a pass because it's a memory of your dad, your childhood, but still racist.
And I grew up on Disney.
I'm so glad my dad took me skating.
I grew up on it, and I wholeheartedly, my favorite cartoon character of all time, and she forever will be, and she's not black. She is Cinderella. She was abused and neglected.
She was a slave. They just made her white to make people care.
Stop it. And I love the mouse. I love Gus Gus.
Another rat in the house. Knowing that she saw a rat in the house today, she was like, "Oh, that's Gus Gus."
No,
burn his face to the ground.
I bust his head open. I've done it with a broom. We don't play that in Chicago with rats.
So you killed Gus Gus is what you're saying. You killed Gus Gus.
Gus Gus died. He had no because he was in my shoe. Mm-hmm. He died. But anyway, I am forever a Disney fan. And for all of the things that Disney has to come, I like Maleficent. I cannot wait to introduce and put on Layla Tiana. It's going to happen.
I have no control over because they've already put. No, she can't say she don't care for Disney. She dressed my granddaughter up as that piece of garbage hoe.
I wish. See, this is the one
Minnie
time
was a hoe. I said it. This real talk.
Minnie
was a hoe.
No, I know.
She was a hoe.
No, I know Smurfette was a hoe.
She was a hoe.
No, time out. Smurfette was she was a product of her situation.
Wow.
She made the best
Minnie
of her
Mouse
situation.
has only ever been with Mickey.
There was no other girl. There was no other girl Smurf. So hey.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they became
When?
after the three grandkids came out of nowhere and nobody knows how they got there.
Smurfette, that's where they came from.
When was Smurfette pregnant?
Oh, she was. She hit it. She hit it well.
She went down. She got sundown south when she got pregnant.
For the kids.
Papa
This is a children's show. We can let them see it.
Papa Smurf and Grandpa Smurf. But anyway,
he was wearing red the whole time. You know he was a pimp. Papa Smurf had a white beard and he had a red outfit on.
And he learned it from Grandpa because Grandpa had the pimp cane.
Yeah. Papa Smurf, he always like, yes, kids, yes. Because he never ran with the rest of them. He was always kind of cool. Well,
I can make that money, Big Daddy.
Come here, Smurfette. Give me my money.
Oh.
Get my Smurf.
No one challenged Papa Smurf, did they?
They did not.
No, they didn't.
Not even Grandpa Smurf because Papa Smurf took over.
Yeah.
So you gonna keep
I'm keeping Disney.
I have failed, y'all. I've been trying to.
I thought mine was gonna keep Disney because mine's loyal to that little rat.
And Nickelodeon. Disney.
So
Yeah, we may have to exclude you from the trip, but Layla's going to Disney
No,
World.
no, she
Disney
ain't.
World's
She is.
fun.
If she's going, I'm
But-
going so I can punch Mickey Mouse
No,
in the
you
face.
may not get us kicked out of
That
the
is my
park.
fantasy. I'm punching Mickey
You
Mouse
is
in the
not
face.
punching
You
Mickey
punch-
on
You
Layla's
will not
time.
listen. You will not allow the man
You
of
will
God to do
not-
what
I
I
put
say.
a-
Look,
I
I
rent
will.
a
I am
Red
like
Ryan a
Balaam.
tiara.
I am like Balaam. Except I heard God tell me I can go. I'm like
Oh,
Balaam.
that's right. Tie the message in.
That's right. You see how I do that? You like how I did it right there? Yeah.
Tie that message in. Yeah. That goes up for next week.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't. Disney didn't mold my life like Nickelodeon did, so that's
Disney's
why
a
it
piece of
made the final
garbage.
two.
Disney
Oh,
was there
Disney
for
knows
me.
your life, Maya. You cried when we went to Disney World.
Yeah, because she thought she might have had herpes from being
No,
in
she
a
cried
place
because she
with-
got emotional.
Yeah, because she thought she might have had herpes. Herpes is an emotional STD.
It
Okay,
is.
she got
It
it from.
burns.
She might have got it from the mouse being in his
You have
presence.
STDs?
I do not have any STDs.
I didn't say you have. I didn't say you have it. I said you might. You thought you might have it because you were the
I
presence
never thought I
of
had
that rat.
Dang.
Because you were the presence
In-
of that
in
rat.
STD. Mickey Mouse.
So like I have, I got Comedy Central and Nickelodeon left, and
Come on.
it's hard for me. It's hard. I love Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show, man.
Love the
Chappelle
change.
Show is the breaker.
Love. It's not though. It's not though.
It is.
No, no.
Can you imagine a
Hold
world
on.
without the Daily Show and Chappelle Show?
Yes. Because I lived in a world without the Daily Show and Chappelle Show long before they ever
But when
existed.
it came-
I've never lived
and
without Nickelodeon.
I've also lived in a world post Daily Show, well, post Jon Stewart Daily Show, no Chappelle Show, and no Colbert Show. I've lived in this
But
world.
I like the black guy.
Yeah, Trevor's good, but he's
Yeah.
not Jon
Trevor's
Stewart.
not the
Oh,
same.
what picture pages on Nickelodeon?
Everything was on Nickelodeon,
Picture pages,
which is
what-
why Nick has to stay.
Picture pages was the
You
bomb.
cannot listen. You cannot get rid of Keenan and Kel. You cannot get
He's
rid of
on
all
SNL.
that. You cannot get rid of all that. You cannot get rid of Clarissa Explains It All. You cannot watch this Nick at Night stuff. The Nick at Night reruns like I Love Lucy. You cannot get rid of these type of
Yeah,
things. They put
Father-
the classics on Nick at Night.
Father
Bro.
Knows Best.
Yeah, you
Patty
got,
Duke.
You cannot get rid of these things. You cannot get rid of the famous Mr. Ed. You cannot get rid of the game shows that had Double Dare and all of the things we have said before. You cannot get rid of these things.
And the
like
slime.
Nickelodeon was the place that had everything for everyone. The argument that I heard when I heard this actually on some other podcasts as well was that Nickelodeon is the only programming that had timed programming for all ages.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, they had it for
Little kids.
for little babies.
Oh,
For
your
in
Blue's
the afternoon,
Clues.
they had it for the teenagers come home from school. Then later on in the
the
day,
old people.
they had it for the older adults. And then for at Nick at Night for all the old people who remember these old classes, they had those. It spanned the spectrum. The only
Nah,
program that did.
My mom
So
loved Patty Duke.
Nick got to stay.
I guess it's a valid point.
I always make valid points, but I do. Speaking of valid points, here we go. Here it comes. This portion of the banter is the best. We're going to debate the best.
Oh, that's easy. That's real nice because I know.
What is of this category of the ones that I pick? Is a ton of them I could have picked, so I kind of randomly picked some. What is the best love/sex song? This is the song that you're using. Why? If you're gonna use one and do it to this one, you're gonna use and do it to.
You have to pick from his list and not Alicia Keys.
Yeah, she didn't make the list at all. And I try to pick from some '90s stuff because that's what the best era of the
She
music
has a
was.
sex song.
She don't.
Yeah, she's
Alicia
fire.
Keys.
The fire we made.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to have a song talking about crabs in the middle of sex.
Stop
This girl is on fire.
No.
I don't want my girl on fire. Okay, I
no,
don't.
no,
want
there's a different
Fire
song.
we made.
With Maxwell.
Oh, but
Yeah.
nobody wants to do anything with Maxwell. Anyway,
I love Maxwell.
my list is better.
I don't love him. Yeah.
So here we go. One is a personal favorite.
like
of mine.
Marcus-
It's a
she's like
wonderful.
Marcus Houston.
It has that wonderful beat to it. She does like Marcus Houston. She had
No, I don't.
this first song just has a wonderful beat to it. Just a nice little.
I don't know what the
It's
beat
a
is.
it's a good pump beat. It's a good pump beat.
You gotta make that motion
What
right.
is
Oh
that
yeah, yeah. You
motion
see,
right here to
see
do?
the pump beat with it. Just giving him something he can feel by En Vogue. Then it's
That's a nice choice.
that I'm too young. Number 2. You cannot talk sex songs without talking about this man. He has a plethora of them. And so I just picked one at random. Cream by Prince.
Prince?
Prince had a ton of sex songs. All his stuff was
did,
that stuff. Then when
Prince
you
is a
also
good
talk
song.
sex, you also have to talk new age. I've come into my adultness, Janet Jackson, and so Rope Burn.
Sorry.
Somebody got a little giddy.
Sorry.
Flashbacks.
Right.
Yes, she does. And then there is a very underrated good sex song, because again it has a lovely, nice little beat to it. You wouldn't think about it until you just think about the beat and the video. Red Light Special by TLC.
Oh, that was a good
Give you the red light special of the night. So those are our songs. What is the best? It's not a keep one, so we're not losing any. It's just which one. We're not even going to rank them like we normally do. We're just going to go straight to which one of these four is the best love/sex song of all. Anybody can jump in. Go ahead and give your
Why
reason
you
to
want to
why.
me?
Searching for different kinds of sex, though.
This is true. This is true.
That's what makes it a good debate.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come out the limit. Let's go with Prince.
Prince McCrean? Why?
Get on top. That's the queen.
Right.
Well, I mean, Prince is always a safe bet when it comes to anything musical.
Well, we're not debating the person. We're debating the song.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying Prince in general.
Okay, but
And
you're debating the song. Have you heard the song, Cream?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just saying, but Prince is out of that group. I would probably prefer to listen to that song. Now, all the other three songs are good. No wrong, but I just think that's the best one for me.
Okay. Maya, what you got?
'Cause I don't want to listen to another woman's voice when I make it sense, unless it's Alicia Keys.
Nah, bro. Nah, I promise you. I promise you.
Yeah, the different types is because In Vogue is like that very classic.
Candles lit, rose petals.
Yeah, very because to be honest, when that song, when I was
Give him
like-
something he can feel. Not rose petals, I promise you.
You can't.
I promise
It's
you.
classic.
It
promise
is-
you.
Lingerie needs to be involved.
I promise you.
Why you ain't never lit candles and rose petals with me?
That is very random. We don't have time enough in the last part of this podcast. I'm gonna have to not only release this as a whole, I'm gonna release this as pieces as well. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, because number one, like, what?
I want to be romanced.
We ain't got time for that. Go ahead. To your-
Well, yeah, the In Vogue song. Yes, the words. It ain't no code, ain't no secret code. You know what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it is still. Well, because that's actually a remake. Because I think Aretha made it first.
Doesn't count. We ain't talking about her about who she did. Listen, talk about that as a remake and who did it first. Like talking about "And I Will Always Love You" used to be Dolly Parton.
But the difference,
This is true.
but the difference with that song, some remakes are close to the original, and Dolly's was not. Whereas
Dolly's was close to Whitney's, except for Whitney's had a better voice and did it better. Yeah. Like if Vogue did it way better than Aretha.
You know what? I was thinking of the country version they played in The Bodyguard, but that's why we need to leave that song. But it comes from an era when those things were more subtle, honestly. So
not the way Vogue did. There was nothing subtle about
right.
the way they did it.
I remember the video. But when I think about other things like songs by Silk and stuff, it's still just compared to some other songs, it's still kind of on the tame side. So that's what makes me think romance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to end up naked and all that good stuff. Then Rope Burn. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never heard it. But I do know some of Janet Jackson.
You have homework tonight, so you gotta listen to that.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna
I'm
YouTube it. I almost asked to do it right on the show, but no. But when I think about Janet Jackson's other slow songs, like the one she did with Busta Rhymes and I Get So Lonely and things like that, I know Rope Burn's gonna be some good stuff, but I honestly still never heard it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
She going with Prince. Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I don't think I'm gonna go with Prince because I feel like that. I don't know. Now the beginning of that song is playing in my head, and that's what. Yeah.
Told you.
No, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go with Red Light Special.
I'm shocked. Why are you going with Red Light Special? You struck me as a Prince selection.
She is. She loves some Prince.
Because, even though I knew the Prince song was about sex, out of these 4 choices, the TLC song was the only one that would, like, if I was with, because around when that song was popular, I was kind of still in high school. If I was with some little boy, or like little parents say, your little friend, that's the only song that actually made me want to do. Not really.
So you was trying to participate in some whole activity with Red Light Special.
No,
because they was talking about the Red Light District and whatnot too. Out in that's whole town. That's what that's all
that's
about.
fine. I didn't know what the Red Light District was when I was in the 10th grade, but
Yeah, you did, man.
I really didn't. I was sheltered, so
Yeah, we all had shelter. We all had a roof.
No,
over
I
our
was a
head.
sheltered
I hate
person.
you, Jay. I hate you with passion. This is the longest podcast I've ever done. I hate you, Jay.
I was sheltered, but it was the only thing that personally resonated with me actually.
So Halloween
wanting
resonated with you, being sheltered.
I hate him. I hate him.
Is that what you're trying to do? Is that what you're trying to convey? The message is that people who are sheltered are hoes.
No. And then on top of that, the other thing about there is the Red Light District, but there's also the whole basement party thing, like back in the 70s when it was time to put on the slow jams and they put the red light bulb in.
Yeah, like that was close around your time.
No, it wasn't close to around my time. My
79
mom
and 80 are really close.
Hey, we on the time. We on the clock.
So that's why I pick Red Light Special, because it just resonates with me more.
Okay. Come on, Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I seen Janet already. I already knew that was coming.
It was a toss up for me. It really was because
Janet and
I
Prince.
love some Prince.
Prince was,
I had to make it hard for her. I knew Janet was gonna be her one, but I had to make it hard for her.
You look like a Janet Jackson fan. You can tell.
Janet made that song. I Get So Lonely made me
She's gonna
feel lonely, and I didn't realize I was lonely.
You know, Janet's coming here in June.
I cannot afford the tickets. I already looked it up. That is not unless some favor falls upon you and you want
I do know some.
pass that anointing
along.
along.
Stay firm. I may have to call them up this week.
Just let me know.
Cause we gonna work some deals out.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Talk about your pick.
Yeah. So my pick is definitely Janet Jackson.
If y'all can see the cheese on her face that she's thinking about this song.
That I am not your average person. I have never done anything normal, and we will leave that because that would be real talk after dark. Once again, Sally.
There needs to be real talk after that. There may be some money in there. There may be some money in that real talk after dark.
You have to pay for that content.
Patreon.
Right, Patreon. But
I can't get. Never mind. I'm gonna say something. Just go ahead.
Oh no, people will pay.
They'll pay for you. We'll get you a Patreon podcast. Go ahead. So go ahead.
Yeah. There was like I was like, oh, because I liked Michael Jackson first, and then Janet came out. I was like, yeah, Escapade, yeah, she's so fun. And then all of a sudden, Janet got real grown, real fast. And it was
implants help.
Like a mark in the flame burned by
right. Skirt around my waist, you all up in my face. I was like, shut up, Janet. Keep on talking. What you got right there? And by the time she got to rope burn, I was like,
yeah, anytime.
My first time. And we'll just leave it at that. Once again,
anytime.
Real talk after dark.
Man, anytime, any place had me like, I'm too young to be listening to this.
All of y'all are crazy.
And I was, well, anytime, any place, I was like, this is my to-do list.
All of y'all are crazy. All of y'all are crazy. I said it. I gave y'all the answer at the top of this, and y'all didn't hear it and didn't understand. The only answer is giving him something he can feel. You can do every style to give him something he can feel.
Well,
No. Trust me, from experience, you could do every style to give him something he can feel. First of all, As a man, that hard bass gives you nice hard pump line too. That's when you drive that nice slow and hard, or you can double time it at the same beat. It's wonderful. There's not. Hey, we on a podcast, bro.
That was people.
There's that video is the only video of the 4 that from start to finish was like, this is sex. They made a dude in the middle of the video take off his
tie. When they did the gloves and
he took off his wedding ring like they didn't see it. Like I'm not married right now because I need you. Like everything had sexual innuendo throughout it. The song itself, by itself, I think y'all need to go back and re-listen to the song. I think y'all forgot how great that song is. That song is absolutely.
You can do everything to.
Yeah, you can.
You as a guy,
you could do circus to it. You could do tied up. You could do S&M. You could make love. You can do the F-bomb. You could do it. I promise you. You could do. Only thing you can't do is bestiality to it.
I said it was a great choice.
Wow.
I said it was a great choice when you said it.
It is the best choice.
And that little glove when they took off.
Yes.
When they all took off the
And
gloves.
they slam. Like it is the best.
I never could get 4 friends together to do that for Halloween.
That song is great. It is the epitome.
I'm sorry, there's a song in Vogue that I like better, and that was "Don't Let Go."
Don't Let Go was a better song, but not a better sex song. It's a difference now. Yeah, it's different. No, that's
a love song.
Soul shaking.
No.
And the beat.
No, first of all, the lyrics start. I love the song. It's one of my favorite songs. The lyrics take me out. I do not want you taking my skin off and wearing it. That's a lyric in the song.
Oh yeah, if I could.
Yeah.
Well, I mean. No, I thought it was if I could wear your clothes. I pretend I was you. Where's the skin part?
She takes the skin off too. No. Even if it's clothes, you can't. I want you pretending I'm me. I do not want you pretending you're me. But I got the plumbing that makes me me. If you got the same plumbing I got, we got a whole different issue.
We got to fight.
No, but a lot of women like wearing your man's like t-shirt.
No, just wearing it and pretending you're me are two different things. You could wear my shirt, but you could not pretend you me.
Because it's a part of you.
Yeah.
Take a picture. It lasts longer. Let's go on to the next one because we got
your Cowboys jersey until you told me I jinxed them.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's what happened to the Cowboys.
Every time. She's a Cowboys. She's a sports jinx. It's about the Chicago Bulls ain't won nothing since Jordan. She was too young to really root for the Bulls when it was Jordan. That's why they won. And then when she became a Bulls fan for real, they started losing. She became a Derrick Rose fan.
We heard Derrick Rose.
We watched the game he got hurt in.
Derrick Rose was going to be.
Ask what happens every time she watches her team.
At this point, I think let's go to the next question.
Because Derrick Rose was going to be somebody great, but he couldn't get healthy for nothing.
That's what happened to the Buckeyes that 1 year.
She rooted for him. So, yeah. So just as a fun little.
Can you become a fan this year?
I'll be trying to tell her. Just because we're gonna do this one as
that year.
Right around November.
we're gonna do this one as a little fun one, just for the fun one. Then I'm gonna get to the nice one. We're gonna listen quickly because we only got a few more minutes on this one. Best Jamie Foxx song. Dang it! I only put 3 down. I meant to put 4, so we only go get this. We only got 3 choices. Okay. I thought I had 4, but we only got 3 choices. Quicker. Best Night of My Life. Unpredictable. Love Brings Change. Best Jamie Foxx song.
Best Night of My Life. The reason why Best Night of My Life, that's his best album as a whole. And that was one of his singles on that album. But yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the best. It's definitely his best album. And it's one of his best singles. One of the better singles on there. That's the same single that same album that you had, Fall for Your Type. I think it's the album after Blend After Alcohol. But it was a very smooth, crisp album. Wasn't his most lucrative, but best production and best vocal. It shows his vocal range in that album. And his writing ability.
What you got?
That's a good answer. It was a great answer. It makes me want to listen to it.
You ain't heard it?
I'm gonna have to be unpredictable by default because it's the only song out of these choices that I know.
You're disqualified. So which one you got? If you only heard one of this one, you were disqualified, and you were not a Jamie Foxx fan.
You're not black. Give me the card. Give me the card. Come up the card, man.
So
My card.
I'm gonna vote for her, but it's really because I love the song "Unpredictable."
Okay.
Like Jamie Foxx was,
Hot.
yeah,
He was
sexy.
No, I'm talking about hot musically.
No.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. her dirty mind was so hell.
Sorry. Well, I just aired myself out today, haven't I?
Yeah.
So we know you like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, the unpredictable. I
I
like the flow of it. I like,
Jamie.
yeah, I like it.
She just envisions having sex with Jamie. That song.
What?
Go ahead. She wants to be
No.
unpredictable with.
Stop it. The lyrics and that whole unexpected aspect, and I love that song.
But you know, Jamie don't get the respect he should get.
He does not.
Yeah,
On
he's
the
a
music
major
side.
musician.
But he don't get respect, period, on all of his side. Because he's a talented brother.
And that's why the only answer to the best Jamie Foxx song of this and one of the absolute best he's ever done is Love Brings Change.
Yeah, Love Brings Change.
Love Brings Change lyrically is phenomenal. He shows off his range. He's playing in that song. The piano in that song is him. So he's showing that. He's showing his talent because he helped write that song. Everything about that song is consummate Jamie Foxx. It's a beautiful ballad, which Jamie Foxx does best. His best type of thing. He's a ballad singer. So he does that.
He has a great voice.
Yes. He is that dude. And this song, this is one of the best. You can be used in so many different aspects. You're trying to have an anniversary, you can play that in the background. If you're trying to have a romantic dinner, play that in the background. I ain't gonna say communion. You get married, you play that song there during the wedding or the reception. And if you want to get spiritual, you can preach it because love brings change. Love is not about acceptance. Love brings change. God loves you so much, He doesn't want to leave you where you at.
He can change you, man.
So every aspect of you trying to take
that song. I guess.
Yeah, you can take that song everywhere.
Yeah.
That song, that's why that is the best song. So we got to get to this keep one. We only got we got like 13 minutes left.
13 minutes, man.
So, and this is the one I want to have fun with. I want to end. I know we're gonna take so much time on the other one. So this one's another keep one. But we're gonna go straight. We're gonna do the J. Joe man. Go straight to the one you're gonna keep.
I had it right.
For time's sake. Oh, gosh. You only keep one sexual position.
Oh, for real though?
Yeah.
Real talking after dark?
Yeah.
Man,
this is going to become a thing.
I see this is happening very soon.
Doggy. Missionary. And for these, it's forms of it.
Okay.
Because it's multiple forms. Doggy, multiple forms of missionary. So doggy, missionary, cowgirl, or the love seat. In case you don't know what the love seat, I knew you were going to do that. Love seat is kind of cowgirl, but it's not. But it is when the man is either at the edge of the bed or sitting in a chair, and you get to ride. But it has its own specific name, so it's technically not cowgirl.
Yeah, let's go.
Whether you're facing or not.
Okay.
But you're at the edge, so it's like cowgirl's going to be cowgirl first cowgirl.
Yeah,
Love seat's going to be facing or not facing.
Okay.
What you keeping?
No, what you got?
You only get to keep one.
I'm keeping. I'm going doggy.
Why get quiet after you said that?
There's an awkward pause. There's a very awkward pause. I don't know if that means that was everybody's pick or that was a bad one.
You ain't elaborate. Why you saying keep dogging? And then you said you look like.
That's kind of why I got quiet because I thought you were going to say something more.
Oh no, this is because I love that position. That's my favorite one.
It's your favorite?
Yeah, that's all. That's my specialization.
That's cool.
She said that's.
What's yours?
They gonna kick us out afterward. All right, get out. We gotta listen to some Jamie Foxx. What's this Janet Jackson Velvet Rope?
Love seat.
Okay, so love seat.
They do have a bunch of chairs.
They do have a lot.
We do have chairs. We can anoint them.
And there's some things in there. But
What you put in the bottom of the church club? That's the church room. You done put stuff
and
in
she
there.
want, and in the church
Marriage
room, she
is
wants you to
ordained-
she wants you to lay
Marriage
hands
is
all over her.
undefiled.
Marriage
in
is
the church
ordained
room.
by God. God ordained the first
Why is the
marriage.
hand doing this?
Shabba, shabba.
So what's
Which
yours?
one you
Mike?
got?
What you got?
So it's the love seat,
It's
reverse
love
cowboy,
seat.
doggy missionary.
We only got an hour, man.
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'll probably say the cowgirl. I'll keep that one.
Okay, why? You gotta get the why or something. He try to get that.
Yeah, now I'm ready. I'm interested.
Because hey boo.
I had a Black Panther. The way you said it was, hey auntie, hey boo.
Because it's just a way. I don't know. Because you can. I don't know. I feel like I can be a little more flexible, and it's just pleasing.
Okay, so these two is timid. So come on, and kill this timidness out of here. Which one you got?
Well, for me, it's doggy style. So, doggy style is good for older age. It is also good for some possibly disappointing sex because you could already be taking that position in the middle of it. I've done it.
You fell
And
asleep.
you can eat in that position.
Not on me. That's
No, I
good.
understand.
People
Just the
can-
fact that you just experienced that with anybody.
Yeah,
But you can eat in that position.
She's done her
too.
taxes.
I've done my taxes.
And he didn't notice?
He
didn't
didn't
care.
care. I was like, oh, this is boring. Oh, you know what? Hold on, my 1099 is right. Let me. You're busy.
How did he not
He thought he
care?
was killing it. All the noises and everything. I'm sorry. We're talking after dark.
He was like, yeah, I know this is the best you ever had. Ah.
I was like, woo, quick finish.
Big Daddy. Yes. Oh man. Yes.
Did I lean over just a little bit more? Let me just arch because I'm trying to get this calculator. Hold on.
That's crazy.
And
Not
how
that
much
I
is
really
it?
wouldn't want to lose anyone, but I mean,
No, that's fine. That's why I keep one.
Yeah.
You lost all of them. You don't get none of them. That's you lost them all.
Doggy
Other
style
time-
has not failed me when I was pregnant, and I got huge when I was pregnant. Doggy style is
It's
still
reliable.
good now. It is reliable.
It's reliable.
It is a trustworthy position.
It does.
You don't get sweated on as much,
No.
like
Because
because
the sweat goes this way.
right,
sweat is terrible.
Yes.
yeah.
But I'm not a- I'm
you're
not
not
a
in
sweater.
danger of catching one in the
I
eye.
am.
That
Yeah, that's
sounded real
that-
graphic.
But that's what makes missionary
And you
kind of
gotta
trash.
be, you don't have to be
because-
that good at what you're doing.
You don't.
That's
You
the only way you
don't.
can kind of
You
fake
could
it.
be small, you could be big, you could still work it out in doggy style as long as you know what you're doing.
You gotta have energy. You gotta have some energy with that.
You do. You do.
Yeah, yeah.
You as a female can participate. You can back it up
Yeah,
in
throw-
there.
throw it
No,
back.
Throw it back.
because y'all be
No,
throwing
like to
rhythms
throw
off.
it back.
No,
What?
y'all don't have no beat. Y'all have no rhythm. Y'all be throwing dogs. We be on the 2 and the 4. Y'all be on the 1 and 3. We messing stuff up. We be church clapping.
And you
Nah,
can't hold on to your life. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of get tired.
You can brace yourself if you like proportionate enough. Your arms up there, you can still keep. This doggy style is reliable.
Faithful.
Good
So-
for all ages.
Yeah.
So-
Rookies to veterans.
Right.
So no. First of all, doggy style is not good for all ages. The older you get, as the man especially, your legs, knees, and thighs cannot take that all that much. I promise you. No. Second of all, stop lying about this brace and stuff. Y'all niggas be falling. I'm sorry I said that. Well, we late now. Y'all be falling. Y'all be trying to hold yourselves up with your arm and your elbows, and all of a sudden you fall face down, and then
Sometimes
your
we do
butt
that on purpose.
your butt sinks. Now you're laying flat. Like get back up here. I'm sick of. I don't keep wanting to have to do all this motion back and forth. Okay, no.
Your back gotta be strong to do this. Now you gotta have a good back. If you ain't got a good back, it's not gonna be fun.
I'm not doing cowgirl. I can keep it, not keep it. Cause some of y'all be too excited with that. Y'all be,
You better pick
I should not be
people have gotten
trampolining. Listen,
hurt.
I should not be trampolining under you in the middle. You down. I'm okay. No, I'm sorry. It should not happen like that. Kev Hart has a wonderful joke and says, You should not be moving the headboard on me. That's not how this should work. It's not how this should work. So we can go ahead and toss that one out the way too. Love seat, no, because our chairs ain't comfortable, and the edge of the bed is not comfortable. It gets to the crack of your butt. So no. Sorry, no.
Because it can be how about a wooden chair?
Yeah, it can be any kind of chair, but still, chairs after a while ain't comfortable, and there's not always enough room.
A rocking chair.
Ain't enough room.
You trying to go to the emergency room?
The arms, the chairs in the way. No, I don't need all that.
So you want to go to the emergency room so they can say what happened, and they be like, "Well, we were having sex."
Sex sent me to the ER.
What about using a car seat?
A kiddie car seat?
Yeah. We're not even going to entertain that because I'm not dealing with kids and sex in the same conversation. Only one.
My mind is down in different places.
The only one
Gurneys.
that is reliable.
Mm.
Hey, talking here, host talking here. The only one that is reliable, that works, is missionary. First of all, and since we're talking about taking out the Boston graphic, and it's not salvation. For me, it's a very practical thing. So first of all, doggy doesn't work for all until certain things have happened. So it's opened up for me. So it's opened up a little. You can't just go right into dog. You need to.
Oh no, you can't be dry.
No, I'm not. You can be wet and it still not open up right away. Sometimes the opening is smaller than the thing going in the opening at the time of initial dog. There's not a time in missionary that to start it, you can't just get right on in there. It opens much easier. I can spread your legs a little bit further out, get to open the way I need to get, and then I have the ability to control all of it. I can get the hard slam if I need to get the hard slam. I can the hard pound if I need to get slow. I can swirl. Lots of different things you can do with it. So y'all think that because this is the classic, is boring, but if you do it right, you achieve what you need to achieve every time. If you do it right, there's the ways I can hold your legs. I gotta make sure cause you have cramps in your legs or whatever, and I can't keep your thighs behind the back of your neck because that's also a part of missionary because you might suffocate. You were just on. No. So
Had the me one time.
Yeah, you can't let a person suffocate no more, die from it. You have to maneuver correctly. But wait
a minute, because I ain't never suffocated. So
he said earlier he was a hoe. Leave this hoe alone in his whole days.
Look, I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. Besides,
the Bible said he makes all things new. Not remember the former.
Yeah, but for her, can I wind this down? Because I ain't got a whole lot of time left. I'm not trying to go a whole other segment with another commercial in. So, missionaries. Now, yes, the downside is, especially for a nigga who sweat. I know I said now. For a dude who sweats like me, this downside. I sweat like a runaway slave in Alabama. Yes, you were going to get the Niagara Falls, but I would just take a towel and throw it over your face. You'll be all right.
You still throwing towel on people?
Bro, look, do whatever you gotta do. I'm gonna sweat. Sweat's gonna happen regardless. You gonna hold on to me in the chair position to get sweated on. You gonna be cowgirls to get sweated on. Dog is gonna sweat. The sweat's gonna come from the crack of your butt all the way to your neck. It's gonna happen. I sweat that much. I sweat. It is what it is. I sweat sometimes sitting down watching TV. It's not because I'm fat. I just sweat. Yeah. It is what it is. So if sweat's gonna happen regardless, wouldn't you rather have the sweat hit your chest and roll off to hit your hair? My sweat all mixed in your hair and everything. Because that's what's gonna happen to doggy. It's gonna roll down right up. Yeah, it's gonna roll down right to your hair.
Yeah. She said, yeah.
Yeah. So the only and the best one to go with, yes, it's a classic. It's got to be missionary, and there's a lot of other ways you can do the missionary, which is still missionary, which I don't have time to go into right now. But it's all got down to the science. Lift the one leg up, lift both legs up, put both legs on your shoulders. All kinds of ways to do it. But missionary is the best. It's also the most versatile. Huh?
Have a teddy bear with you?
Have what?
A teddy bear with you.
Why would I have a teddy bear with me? We're going to go ahead and close out on that. No, he's talking about teddy bears and whatnot. We ain't going to do that. We're going to go ahead and close out because I only got a few minutes left. Listen, This has been one of the funniest and best episode of Real Talk we've had, and one of the longest. So don't worry. I'm not only going to release this and I probably should say this at the beginning, but I ain't. I'm not going to release this as a full interview. I'm going to release this in pieces. I am. I'm probably going to release this in the pieces first before I release it as the full. So stay tuned. It's going to happen. But this has been a wonderful podcast. Y'all understand what to do. Make sure y'all check out Next Level Service every Saturday at 1 o'clock, 3466 Oakland Bridge Road, Norcross, Georgia. Please make sure you continue to check out and support the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. Like, share it. Please share it. Get some more listeners on because we need the listeners, because I would like to have some more sponsors so I can really get paid doing this.
Especially if Blue Chew wants to sponsor Real Talk After Dark.
Blue Chew can take a Blue. I'll take a Blue Chew. I don't need one. I'll take one anyway. Come, we need sponsors. We need listenership. We love doing this. It's wonderful. I'm trying to have some more guests on next week. I plan on having my mentor Bishop Chris Chamberlain on. So it'll be a wonderful time. So as I always say, at the end of everything, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter what comes your way, always keep it real. This has been the Real Talk Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Invited back.
This has been another episode of the Real Talk Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. We hope it's fed your mind, your soul, and enriched your life. Feel free to submit all questions to the Real Talk Podcast at realtalkhpm@gmail.com. That's realtalkhpm@gmail.com. No matter what you do, no matter where you're going, no matter what happens in your life, always keep it real. Real talk. We out.